brought to you by the People's National Party.
Make the trumpets play. Jamaican people want better. Economy coming like stormy weather. Ancestors are turning on them grave. They can tell me how we can do it together. When we look to the future of precipice, we see Jamaica needs the vision of the PSP. People said the bag of promises, them can't carry go shop. And the crime rate getting higher, wonder when it goes to comrades. Jamaican people want better. Economy coming like stormy weather. Ancestors are turning on them grave.
The proceeding was brought to you by the People's National Party.
The scale of dealing with anti-corruption issues. So there is a learning curve that we are going through. What is important is that the government supports the development of the institution so it can accelerate very quickly on that learning curve and provide the resources so that they can move very quickly on the learning curve, and that the government does not intervene or interfere. And that message goes to the opposition as well. Leave the anti-corruption and policing agencies to do their jobs.
Can you imagine?
I know why you come to me with that foolishness, you know. You elect a prime minister, and is a prime minister run the country. It is time we learn to hold our leaders accountable for their actions and stop making excuses for them. Stop making excuses. Otherwise, go elect the people who really run in the country. And I don't want the right start that stupid argument. Hold the people you elect accountable. And stop making excuses for them.
Hello, welcome. Happy Tuesday to everyone. Happy Tuesday to those in television land. Happy Tuesday to our silent supporters. Happy Tuesday to everyone in the chat. Thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate the continued support from each and every one. Remember, guys, when you come in, thumbs up the live, share us out if you can. And if you're new to the channel, please show us some support by subscribing. Tonight's topic is Disenfranchisers with your host, Mystic Sensation, which is Baron and Anne-Marie. We also have Melting Pot and Pinkskew Green as the panelist. Let me quickly welcome those in the chat. Don Mel, Dorothy McCoy, Florence Hamilton, Carla Ebanks, Richard Reed, JP Beverly, Audrey Riquet, John Hogg, Carol Johnson, Louis Longshaw, Sonia Ellis, Beverly Edwards, Jonathan Johns, Maureen Fassel, Cecile Phillips, Elaine Turner, Sharon Samuels, Marva Dice, Perry P, Lorraine Taylor, Pamela Okolo, Damian Goss, Georgia Lynch, Zena Brown, Rosa, Ian Ewers, Paul Miller, Real Black Woman, Paulette Swaby, Freedom, Patsy, Gavin, Ludel Burned, Dr. J, Jean Wright, Obama Wolf, bless up and welcome. Before we go any further, I also want to send a special shout out to all our channel members. Thank you guys so much for the additional support. Cheerful Wild Horse, Elga Fletcher, bless up yourself, welcome. I just want to promote this Caribbean Family Fun Day that is taking place on Saturday, September 27th from 12 noon to 6 p.m. and it's the Jamaica National Association that is presenting the Caribbean Family Fun Day, and it's in partnership with Mayor's Office on Caribbean, and it's going to take place at Tacoma Park site, 3C up on Hill, 330 Van Buren Street, Northwest Washington, D.C. So those who are in that area, make sure you go out and support, and the event is free. It doesn't cost anything. There will be food truck. There'll be games, dominoes, ludic cards, upscotch, school supplies giveaway, free health check, free community resources, and Mr. Rattigan is linked with this fun day. So guys, make sure you go out and support. Again, the address is 330 Van Buren Street, Northwest Washington, D.C. And it's on September 27th, which is Saturday, from noon to 6 p.m. So make sure you go out and support. Without any delay, I am going to hand over to Baron and those who just came in. And Umbrella, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in.
All right. Thank you for that, honey. Let me begin in saying thanks to all the persons who tuning in tonight, right? For all of our listeners, right? Our subscribers, persons in the chat. Big up yourself. Now, tonight is going to be what we call an epic night tonight. But before we go any further, let us introduce the panel as per usual. So we'll have Lady Spinks to meet and greet her people. Lady Spinks, go ahead.
Yes, good night, Lady Anne-Marie and Uncle Baron and Melting Pot. Good evening to all my Jamaicans who live overseas and who live on the islands. Good evening to our current leader, our chairman, chairwoman, Jen Sek, our 63 candidates, those who won their seats and who did not win but are still strong in the PNP, and to all my blood and fire comrades, to everyone in the chat, everybody who's watching this program. And I'm sorry I won't be showing my face this evening because we have technical difficulties my side. But, you know, we're still here pushing out the energy, pushing out the information, and pushing out everything that to make sure that everyone is educated about what is happening. I yield the floor to you, Uncle Byron.
All right. Thank you. Without any further delay, let us hear from Melting Pot.
Yes, Uncle Byron, respect and thanks for the, privilege to be here once again on the Mystics Live, sharing the space with none other than Lady Spinks, yourself as the host, Lady Anne-Marie, our technical director. Would like also to big up everyone tuning in tonight. It's a blessed night and we are here to uncover a lot of things that, you people don't really know about. So, we have to take the privilege to break the news to you all. Big up everyone, blood and fire comrade all over Jamaica and in the diaspora. We are here to keep it real. So, hand back the floor to the host.
Thank you very much. Let me say this to our Jamaican people before we begin. We are going to reveal a bombshell revelation tonight. We want everyone to be aware in terms of what we are going to deliver through a very thorough investigation, right? Melting Pot and myself, we have done a thorough investigation and we have all the data to reveal tonight. As what the thumbnail said, election stolen. We have Andrew Holness, we have Cliff Hughes, Glasspool Brown, and of course, Dushyant Savadia. That is the person that we are tracking. And Jamaica, we are going to reveal some amazing stuff tonight. Now the talking points are shocking defeat to democracy. Where the tentacles of evil conspired in stealing of our election. Yes, that was done. We are going to prove it tonight. Via nefarious means, voter suppression, buying of votes, and outright intimidation that yielded a win to Andrew Holness over Paul Bucannan. Now, let me say this, Jamaica. We had managed to track Dushyant Savadia. And the revelation is not pretty. But this speaks again the volume of the trickery of Andrew Holness, the wickedness and the evil. But tonight we are going to reveal. We have seen Andrew Holness prior to election came out on his platform and he said PM
1 p.m.
by 1 p.m. We are going to show you why Andrew Holness was so confident, knowing to the fact in terms of what was going to be executed. I want the panel to sit back, take your pen and papers out. I want all persons who are listening to us tonight, have your pen and paper, because we are going to touch some critical point in showing you the level of criminality with the Jamaica Labour Party government and where Andrew Holness is concerned. We have seen and now we understand it. When Mackenzie came out and said, under no circumstances, the Jamaica Labour Party will be handing over power to the People's National Party. Based on this investigation, now we understand why it was said. We have seen that Andrew Holness also singing about a 4th term. What I'm going to reveal, Andrew Holness, tonight, it is going to stop your trajectory. Now we understand why you're bragging about 4th term and PM by 1 p.m. And not only that, Big Mama, Cliff Hughes, the act that you guys done is what I call treason against the Jamaican people. Disenfranchising the Jamaican voters. Premeditatedly and executed it. So I want the people to follow me tonight in terms of how we are going to present it in a chronological sequence to show you the trickery and the confidence that they had, of course, that Andrew Holness was going to have the 3rd term. Now, the first clip that I'm going to show Jamaica is how Dushyant Savadia, working with NNN, was able to pull off his treachery, his treason behavior against Jamaican society. We are going to show it. Clip number 1. Use predict JLP win.
Sticking by your call last evening.
37 minimum for the JLP, 41 maximum.
Okay.
You?
I tell you, I'm not in the business of election forecasting.
Oh, are you afraid?
I have no reason to know. Here's what I say. Thy will be done and your kingdom come.
Yes.
That's it.
Well, let me tell you, based on the polling I've seen from Blue Dot, yes, going up and down the country, talking with people, I think I have a pretty good grasp of the competitive marginals, yeah, and where they're leaning, and the messaging, the campaign that we assessed this evening. I think this is going to be my 9th or 10th general election covering in Jamaica. You know when a party is about to lose an election, yeah? And I think the Labour Party has its nose in front, more than nose. I think they are comfortably, yeah, going to eke out a majority tomorrow.
The caveat, of course, being organization. We'll see. Reminding you to log on to revonews.ai. Yeah, that website is active, live, or new website. Tomorrow, you can go there for all the best election content. Sticking by your call last evening.
37 minimum for the JLP.
Yes, go and log on to vivonews.ai. My Jamaican people, they knew very well as it relates to what Dushyant,
37.
Savadia was going to execute. Now, I want Dushyant Savadia to listen to this channel tonight because we found where you sleep. Simple means we found out what you have done. Now, Dushyant Savadia, let us get into your business. My Jamaican people, I ask you to take out your pen and paper. I want you to listen to this clip that I'm going to play. And the particular area that I want you to listen to as it relates to an interview that was done by Dushyant Savadia, telling the host of a business that he had after the charity and how successful that e-commerce business was. I want people to write down that e-commerce business after the charity. It's important for you to write it down. Tonight, just write that down. Dushyant Savadia, e-commerce business after the charity. It is important in terms of how we connect the dots. And while I listen to that, I realize right from there that the government of Jamaica, along with Dushyant Savadia, had created a fake profile for Dushyant Savadia. I want Jamaican people, critical thinkers, to follow me and listen. Listen to Dushyant Savadia giving this interview to the host and listen what he said about e-commerce, the e-commerce business that he had after his charity went under because of lack of funding. So we are going to play that. And then we are going to play another clip where he lied to say that after the charity failed, immediately he took out Amber Connect. Dushyant, I hope you are listening to me. Without any delay, lift up that. Dushyant Savadia, founder and CEO of Amber Connect. Want you to listen to these people.
Good morning. This is the voice of Julie Solomon, and what a treat we have in for you today. I'm sitting here in front of a mega entrepreneur all the way from Jamaica, and we're sitting here in Durban today on a very overcast day. So please welcome the smiling gentleman in front of me is Dushyant Savadia. He has come to speak to us about being an entrepreneur, about his global company, Amber Connect, and what it takes to be successful. So welcome to Durban and welcome to all our viewers, Dushyant.
Thank you, Julie, for inviting, and great to meet you.
It's an absolute pleasure. We feel quite honored to have you here today. Let's get into a little bit about your company, Amber Connect. It is a global company. How did it start? What is it all about? And just give us a brief summary on what you actually do.
Sure. I'm the founder and CEO of Amber Group, which has various companies which are all technology-based companies and pretty global. What started Amber Connect was my first company. In fact, before Amber Connect also had a e-commerce platform which was very successful, and then Amber Connect idea came into picture,
Oh, stop that.
of course since then we've grown into
My
various more
Jamaican
technology
people,
companies.
we're going to play back that again. And you're going to hear Dushyant Savadia saying that what started Amber Connect is the e-commerce platform that he had. Play it back and let the people hear it.
As well.
Play it back, carry it back. I want them to hear it.
This is the voice of Julie Solomon, and what a treat we have in for you today. I'm sitting here in front of a mega entrepreneur all the way from Jamaica, and we're sitting here in Durban today on a very overcast day. So please welcome the smiling gentleman in front of me is Dushyant Savadia. He has come to speak to us about being an entrepreneur, about his global company, Amber Connect, and what it takes to be successful. So welcome to Durban and welcome to all our viewers, Dushyant.
Thank you, Julie, for inviting, and great to meet you.
That's an absolute pleasure. We feel quite honored to have you here today. Let's get into a little bit about your company, Amber Connect. It is a global company. How did it start? What is it all about? And just give us a brief summary on what you actually do.
Sure. I'm the founder and CEO of Amber Group, which has various companies which are all technology based companies and pretty global. What started Amber Connect was my first company. In fact, before Amber Connect also had a e-commerce platform which was very successful, and then Amber Connect idea came into picture, and of course since then we've grown into various more technology companies as well. So what started the journey as Dushyant Savadia was when I was 15 or 16, I became an alcoholic. I used to drink.
Okay, take that away. We don't want to even hear
day for almost 6 years.
What you're saying.
You said 15.
Right? We don't want to hear the facade that you're putting on. We want to get to the point in terms of this investigation. And so then, all of my listeners have heard you saying that what started Amber Connect, right, was e-commerce platform. Now let us go into the next clip that we are going to show Jamaica the inconsistency of Dushyant Savadia. Speaking now about charity, and after the charity, he started Amber Connect. Clear inconsistent. Let us go for the next clip. Let us share the next clip. We want Jamaica. Share the next document. Maverick of Technology, Dushyant Savadia, founder and CEO at Amber Group and ambassador. Let us go and check him out. Now, people, this is what he's saying now. Tech innovators are often dreaming up ways to make society better. Dushyant Savadia, founder and CEO of global technology conglomerate Amber Group, is committed to these philanthropic ambitions. His vision for his work in Jamaica is to improve the quality of people's lives, he so claimed. Dushyant's road to becoming a Jamaican technology disruptor is a unique story. It began with his arrival in Jamaica in 2012 as a part of humanitarian envoy for the Art of Living Foundation, a non-profit organization committed to transforming lives through meditation and stress management. Meditation and stress management for 3 years, people. You hear what he said? For 3 years, 2012 to 2015. Now, watch this now, people. Dushyant taught workshops to everyone from farmers to corporate teams and inmates in prison. In 2015, when the funding for the foundation started to dwindle, Amber Group was born to sustain its charitable enterprise. Let me ask a question to you, Dushyant, Savadia. What happened to the e-commerce platform, sir? Between 2012, as you have it here, to 2015, when did you create that e-commerce platform that became very much successful as according to you? 2012 to 2015, you have operated under the charity for 3 years. And as the charity, losing fund, you pivot to Amber Connect. And now you build yourself to Amber Group, where we are going to show Jamaican people some shocking things with you. So we know that there's an inconsistency. That's a lie. You're outrightly stated, and we have this evidence. In 2015, when the funding for the foundation started to dwindle, Amber Group was born to sustain its charitable enterprise. The company's first product was Amber Connect. Amber Connect, right? There is no e-commerce platform here. Took advantage of a gap in the security sector with one of the world's most powerful AI-powered solutions for fleet management and consumer vehicle tracking. The application success now in the use in more than 30 countries. Established Amber Group reputation for effective software solution. In just 8 years, Amber Group has developed another 10 business lines, unified by the objective to make lives better and more straightforward for people and its business. Take that away, honey. Where am I going, people? I'm going to connect the dots, and my Jamaican people, you are going to feel, you are going to be so amazed. My honey, where I want you to go is into the art of living foundation. Amber Group provide $5 million to Andrew Holness administration. $5 million. Let me just make it secondly. 2012, right? He came broke to Jamaica doing charity. Between 2012 to 2015, the charity wasn't getting that funding to keep up the charity. So he switched to Amber Connect and built Amber Connect. Now Amber Connect getting so powerful that Amber Connect have so much capital injection to give Andrew Holness administration $5 million. Now, Andrew Holness, you are a very vicious person. I put it to Jamaica that based on the evidence that we are looking on, Dushyant, Savadia, aid in money laundering for the Jamaica Labour Party and Andrew Holness. We are going to prove it tonight. Lift up the document so that the people can see. Lift up the document. Art of Living Foundation and Amber Group provide US $5 million in humanitarian aid. $5 million. And you see the person who Andrew Holness went to India and get the Indian woman and Dushyant Savadia. Who do they think they can fool? This is the method used to laundering money, and we are going to tell Jamaican people where the money came from. We have the evidence. Hey, what a bangarang tonight. Then I deal here. Prime Minister Dr. the Most Honorable Andrew Holness left, received a letter of intent from founder and chief executive officer of the Amber Group and special investment envoy for technology ambassador Dushyant Savadia Wright, formalizing the Art of Living Foundation Jamaica and the Amber Group investment of $5 million US to advance critical initiatives in education. Have Jamaica seen this done? No. Rural development. Has Jamaica seen this done? No. And prison rehabilitation across the country during a meeting at Jamaica House on December 13. At center is internationally revered spiritual leader, humanitarian, and a peace ambassador and founder of the Art of Living Foundation, Gurudev Siri Ravi Shankar. Ambassador Savadia is also an international teacher with the Art Living Foundation. Kupauno to take that away on it. Yes. Now remember the people. The Art of Living Foundation, right? Remember that he said it went bankrupt. More Jamaican people to understand it. This went bankrupt, right? Between 2012 to 2015, after it went bankrupt, he went into Amber Connect.
But he said this man is the owner of it.
All right. But now, they are now giving $5 million US to Andrew Holness. Take that away on it. Before I get into the next clip, I want Big Mama to tune in, you know. Dushyant, Savadia, I am putting it to you that the $5 million US that you have given to the Jamaica Labour Party government, that money came from SSL. We know so a lot of people hear that and say, what the bangarang are going on tonight? Where? SSL? I put it to you, Dushyant, Savadia, that $5 million US came from SSL. The trickery that you guys use to launder it and trick investors, taking away their money, and where they use you. And as a result of that, you committed one of the worst atrocities against Jamaican people. Disenfranchising our Jamaican people with that level of corruption that you have executed. Now, why am I saying that? Cash Plus. When Cash Plus, during Cash Plus 8 days, Cash Plus had given the Jamaica Labour Party $5 million US of investors' money. Am I lying? Let us broad forward. Holland also had given Jamaica Labour Party administration $5 million US. Do you catch the pattern? The pattern of behavior, the MO, modus operandi. And so then SSL have to carry suit in terms of giving the Jamaica Labour Party $5 million US. We are going to go into the macro trend. You know, before we go into the macro trend, we could go into the Jamaica court document that confirm in terms of what I'm saying. Where they have given Jamaica Labour Party $5 million US. Let us get into Jamaica court document says Ponzi scheme. To show what is going on to my Jamaican people. Here it is, evidence. Jamaica court document says Ponzi convict gave GLP US $5 million. The Jamaica Labour Party has admitted that Olin David Smith was one of its contributors for the 2007 election campaign. Take it away on it. Let me remind you of the investigators. Our courtesy go towards Mystic Sensation and Melting Pot. We have dug through the rubbles and we have clean sweep. We are going to reveal it to our people. Let us get into the macro trend where Andrew Holness converted ADMAT into Imperium Holdings. I want people to listen here. Macro trend as it relates to Andrew Holness, right? Dissolve ADMAT into Imperium Holdings. And we are going to look on the macro trend of Amber Holding. Yes. Amber Holding. Dushyant. Yeah. Likewise, Andrew Holness have Imperium Holdings. You, Dushyant, have, of course, Amber Holding. Let us show the people the evidence. Lift up Amber Holding. Now, my Jamaican people, this is Amber Holding Network, 2016, 2015. A banger rang us tonight, you know. 2016 to 2025. When I read this document, I'm going to have the panel coming in. Of course, Melting Pot, opening batsman. We'll have to face the spins and the bouncing and all of that. You know, Melting Pot capable to deal with it. Amber Holding Network 2016 to 2025. Let us look at it, my Jamaican people. This is not funny. Now let us look on the scale. Here's the scale. I could show Jamaican people this. So then, there's nothing there from 2012 to 2017. Let me talk to you, Dushyant, Savadia. Nothing there from 2012 to 2015. And your so-called e-commerce group that was so successful, right? We don't know the name of that e-commerce thing that you said you have, and it was so successful. The inconsistency, because you did not mention it, right? As it relates to your bio that we read, you didn't mention it any at all. You said you have done charity work, and then 2015 you pivot to Amber Connect. But what I want to show Jamaica, that as it relates to your net profit 2018, here it is, people. Your flat line, basically. Right? And this quote is in billions. Now, what is people? In 2019, you're partially still flat line. Now, Dushyant, you and I and the people of Jamaica have to talk between 2020 to 2021. Because Dushyant, 2020 and 2021 was the height of COVID. Dushyant, you didn't remember. You didn't remember, Dushyant, that this is the height of COVID. When majority business affected. Prior to COVID, your business flatline between 2018 to 2019, your business flatline. But 2020 to 2021, you peak up in having over 10 million US dollars. Here it is, people, 10 million. Now, tell me, sir, right? Tell me, in the height of COVID, how your company was able to wrap up 10 billion Jamaican dollars. Talk to me, Dushyant. In the same period, 2020 to 2022, we see Andrew Holness running $470 million through NCB. Dushyant, this is the COVID period, Dushyant. 2020 to 2021. You have racked up, here it is, $10.55 billion. How did you as a company flatline in 2018, flatline is in 2019, but the COVID period? Let me remind Jamaica people that in 2021, Andrew Holness took out his money, closed his account in SSL. And so then SSL was crashed in 2021. Where did the money go? This is where the money goes, people. Majority of the funds here. 10.55 billion Jamaican dollars. We need explanation from Dushyant. Tell us how you were able, you and Andrew Holness alone. That is the reason why Andrew Holness had given you ambassadorship, because of what you are laundering for Andrew Holness. Take it away, Holness. Tell us, in COVID, how you, your asset, reached 10.55 billion Jamaican dollars in the heart of COVID, where everything, pandemic, how were you able to do that? Investors has lost their money. And while investors lost their money, your company maximized itself during COVID. Talk to us, Dushyant. Now we have seen the reason why you have done everything as it relates to Andrew Holness winning this general election based on your so-called technical skill in jamming the system. And so then we are curious to know, for you to explain to us, how did you come by that money? How your company were able to maximize its network to 10.5 billion. 2018, you're flatline. 2019, you're flatline. But in the COVID period, the most troubling times, that is when you maximize. Talk to us about that. Now let me ease and bring in Melting Pot in the space. Melting Pot, come in.
Yeah, but I mean, I tell you, say, this guy are fictitious till it look bad. All weekend, me I score him thing, you know. Yeah, and everything where me I see as it relate to interview where I get, them inconsistent. And I several interview him get. The one where you play earlier on, that I in South Africa, in Durban. Yeah, when we get interview in a Barbados, and when we get interview in a Jamaica. Yeah, them three interview there, very, very inconsistent. The background where I try to, you know, paint about himself, it not correspond nowhere at all. Because this guy, you know, have a trouble upbringing, there's how him project him upbringing from India. Yeah, to the extent when I'm young little teen, my alcoholic, him smoke over 60 cigarettes a day, physically abused. And he was a rogue basically. Yeah. And it so happened that him leave one night, him father gave him 300 rupees, which equal to 50 US dollar. And him leave. Cause which part him claim same there East India.
Melting Pot. Hold on, Melting Pot. Give me a minute. Let me just have this person speak to us. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Okay, I got one question to ask. When you buy a house, right? And when you look at it, you said, this is the money I'm going to pay for it. Because I'm watching you. I love your program.
Yes.
Right? But when I look at what's going on with everything, Mark Golden done the right thing. Just sit back and let Andrew Holness do what he's doing. Because he's going to pick up all the garbage. No, he can't handle it. So why would I pick up your garbage at this time? Just leave him alone. He knows what he's doing.
Yes.
He knows what he's doing. Let Andrew Holness go on with his garbage, because if he had gone in there right now, he wouldn't have that money to cover nothing. So whatever he's doing right now, just leave him alone. Let him just relax. I love what he's doing. People keep knocking him, but he's doing the right thing. Just going on this on the slow ride. And I love your program.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Blessings. Take care.
Okay.
All right. Yes, Melting Pot, go ahead. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Going back to what I was making mention of. Yeah. At 14, you know, I'm leaving parents' house, right? With 300 rupees. And I'm head off from East India to the capital, Delhi, via train. Take him 36 hours. Now when him wake up, yeah, him get sober. I leave India drunk, you know, East India. And by the time him sleep out the 36 hours, that's where him step on the train. When him reach Delhi, him sober. So him say, ask himself, what am I doing here? Him never think of going back home. You know? No, him say him end up getting a job in a restaurant as a waiter. But here the waiter work what him have to do, deliver plate and wash plate. Now I consider that to be kitchen porter work. That's not a waiter work. All right, but nevertheless, him say him do that for a couple of months. You understand? Now we are talking about when him have 14, you know. This happened when him have 14 people. All right, him say him do a couple of months and then him leave and go in a call center to work. And him going there as an executive. That this guy I tell we, and him do couple years in it, couple months in it rather. Yeah, and then the interview just tape off there so. But here it is now, right? Him a tell we all type background. We can't find out about him educational side of things. Yeah.
Exactly.
But him leave from India, him don't tell you what year, and him end up in a UK. And when him there in the UK, him say him marriage break up. All right? And it get to him. And then him decide now, somebody from the charity group say it best if him go a place like in the Caribbean when he can have a more meditative time with himself. Right? And so him end up Barbados. But him go to Barbados, him get a different interview again, you know. Complete different interview.
Yes.
You understand? Because now you not hear nothing about certain things now, you hear about in charity organization. Because him come to the place to con people in the region, you know. But them start make him traverse from Barbados and come right to Jamaica. Jamaica I'm bound for. Him set up charity there so about wellness and all these type of things. Talking about de-stressing people. But this guy not tell you which part him gonna learn the art there. Because wellness is something where you have to learn, you know, because remember, you know, the psychology of your mind, you know, you have to deal with, you know. Or you have to de-stress a person. You have to get some form of educational training on that. Some form of institution, you know, hear about no university for that guy or nothing. So him just do the work there. But we know a lie I tell still. All right, here it is now. I'm come all the way now. Because things get bad in the charity now, you know. Lack of funding and everything. You understand? And them start tell about him e-commerce business and all these things. Yeah, but them that lie same way. Because we are catching now, you know.
Exactly.
Now in a 2015, yeah, the second morning of January, he say wake up broke. Yeah, no money in his wallet, no money in his bank account, no gas in his car, and his rent is due in the next week. Him not have nothing. No a man like that now when I have nothing. Yeah. Or him end up around dignitary like Andrew Holness. Because we know him there around Andrew Holness. And who know him in a Jamaica, because him just come there, you know. Because remember 2012 him in a Barbados, you know. Yeah. And him served some time in a Barbados. And him end up at Jamaica. But he is relatively unknown in Jamaica because India him a leave from, you know. Nobody don't know him in our place. But him come there and get 450,000 US to start business. Lent to him by a colleague. Who's him colleague in Jamaica? Because I ask myself if me and Byron are loan some of them man there, you know. But when we look at Andrew, we see Andrew, we see I roll out red carpet for them guy. Have them guy all in a Jamaica house. Yeah. Turn them in an ambassador for technology. But we want to know what kind of technology Jamaica export where you need an ambassador for. Because we don't know about no technology training institution in Jamaica to that extent where we need an ambassador now to go around the world and sell the product. So we know all of these things are lie.
Well,
you understand?
Hold there. Hold on. I want to take the time in terms of, you know, big up Bolo VNR 2.0. People who want to subscribe to Bolo, please go over there and subscribe to Bolo. And I want to speak about two females, right, lioness, that I love to my heart dearly. You understand? Bringing out the truth, right? Big up to Atta for the press. Mystic Sensation, salute you all the while. Right? Big up to ABR and Nessa Bell Rose. Two female empress out there fighting the battle. Right? And so forth. I have to give, right, my honors to these two female empress. So with love from Mystic Sensation, big up Atta for the press. People, if you don't subscribe to Atta for the press or ABR, please go over there, subscribe. These are two phenomenal ladies who are carrying out, right, the work as it relates to truthfulness and bring it for democratic socialism. Go ahead, Melting Pot.
Yeah, so we reach to that part, you know, where, you know, we know say him get a helping hand when him coming at Jamaica. from him godfather Andrew Holness. Yeah, me not go put my mouth on ground and say that. Me I say that openly. Yeah, Andrew and godfather. All right. So me cover the ground, you know. But me want go back to when him leaving people in house, you know. And when him go to Delhi, and when him start to do, him say him sleep on the table top them in the kitchen. Yeah. Kind of know where to live. So it was a rough life. Yeah. But watch this now, people. In our interview, the guy, so when he was 16, you know, him start take pilot lesson. Pilot lesson.
We should bring up the document there.
Because him say him have the love for being a pilot from him a 4. But we know if you're that person who have that, you know, thought process of going into aviation as a pilot, you'd have to be brilliant in a school, you know, because them not take downs in that, you know.
Exactly.
You understand? I remember, you know, this guy a drunkard, you know. Hard drugs to him deal with, you know. And him drink a liter of alcohol. Every night, him say that. And him smoke 60 cigarettes. Plus him hard drug, plus him go on a sexual abuse and physical abuse by him uncle. So you know life no good with him. And him run out from him yard with 300 rupees. That amount to $50 where him say. You understand? And him end up nowhere. That's him ask himself, what am I doing here? But him become a kitchen porter. And then within a couple months, him elevate into the call center, but not as a regular, you know, as an executive. Then now you find out that at 16 now this guy same start deal with piloting lessons. But people, I want to mark down the piloting lesson me I talk about now. Because I will come to something very fundamental that attach itself to what I'm saying. But anyhow, we know I'm fraud in our place, yeah? Because here it is now. We can't show you a guy when I come to Jamaica with nothing and get red carpet treatment by nasty Andrew Holness. Who you know them people them like to surround himself with. You understand? People can do certain work, criminal work, corruption work, and that Andrew love, you know. Andrew no want no really brilliant-minded people, you know, of sophisticatedness, you know. He will take up trash and use them from them can do dirty work. So here is another guy where Andrew keep around him for that purpose. Yeah? Because we know about him technology side of things. But really and truly, you know, I know him have that skill there. Him know the counterpart them in India where him use for that. You understand? Him is just a middleman. Because him not no educational background, you know, basically, you know. No. Because when I tell people, so well then, you know, in parents was in the retail. We know what retail constitute in India. People sell on the roadside like, oh, your mother gone to market can sell yam and banana and all them things that curry. You understand? Because you know how India run at them places. So you make it look like some big business. Because you can't name what type of business in parents are doing. Just a retail. But we know them cook and sell on the roadside. Yeah? So we know that fraud again. Because you can't itemize what type of business your parents in. You know it's not lucrative. It's a shabby business. That's why I'm not attached the name to it. So we know I'm fraud. So I'm dropping our place, yeah. And you know, the mastermind chief now give him a 450,000 US and said, go and deal with this thing. Because you know, film job now, you know, is to be a domestic worker, you know, around Andrew, wash, you know, and clean. Yeah. And I work that them have him in the place to do. Wash and clean. You understand? Yeah, I don't know if basically because I'm used to in the kitchen I wash plate. But I'm finding very, you know, comfortable for using for that capacity there for wash the thing them where we know we are talking about and clean the thing them where you know it's corruption money. That him down there deal with. So you see the graphic where we just put up now, it shows a really and truly that him in the place I deal with for them. Because this guy same have business about the place now in the UK, you know. Well, when me dig down, me find an Amber Group in the UK, but it registered in Singapore. The CEO named Michael Wu. You understand? Nothing to do with this guy. Yeah. You see what I say? So this guy are very fictitious, and we have to be critical of this guy in our place because this guy had to devious work for Andrew. Because we find pornographic right at the time Uncle him and Andrew increase in wealth. We know Andrew did grow by 36% in a COVID time. Yes, 2021 there, everybody knows SSL time that, you know. But the period 2019 going up to all them time, you know, a COVID period, nobody else now growing in our world. But here is Andrew and this guy here, we run Andrew. We are swell. You know, so when we look on the graphic, you know, it shows a similarity between this guy and Andrew. And then we look back, man, on donation now, we see where everybody, where, you know, have ties with the Ponzi scheme, them always donate 5 million US. Why? Why it can't be 6 or 4 or 3? It always have to be 5 million US. That is cause for concern, you know. As critical thinker, we know so that is cause for concern. And why a guy, you know, who come from nothing and come set up business with award government 5 million. 5 million at the time, you know. 800 million Jamaican, you know. Just under a billion him a donate, you know. Yeah. But when you look on what the donation was for, them say humanitarian aid, education, rural development, and prison rehabilitation. We don't see nothing like that. The prison in a ruins. You understand? Education in a ruins. Humanitarian gone out of the space called madman. I feel it at the man's. Yeah. I remember say rural development, you know. The farmer not there, nothing there, you know. Nothing. So all of them, yeah, no coincide with what I must say. And first and foremost, Andrew not declare them money to the party. So there's a cover up right here, so. Because when a government get funding from donor, you know, it's supposed to be acknowledged and report to the ombudsman, but we're not an ombudsman. We're not an ombudsman, you know. So yes, we are going to Jamaica, that's why Andrew move an ombudsman, you know. And accountability right across the board. How we, you know, have to do the research at from home and now and find whose part we catch them and expose them. Because the criminal ring Andrew run, Andrew one of the biggest mafia ever set foot in a Jamaica. Yeah, he's a bandolist at the highest order. Andrew, a big time criminal. And at this we are telling people, yeah. Because you see, the graphic, it can't lie, you know. It cannot lie. This guy moved from a flat line to nearly 11 billion in Jamaican dollars. When value, you understand, from nothing in a short, less than 10 years, you know. And we have business people in Jamaica, we are work from Wapi Kill Philo and can make ends meet. You understand? The mafia borrow and all these things. The mafia get loan to offset certain bills for them have. You have to come to carry them through rocky period like even COVID. Yeah. Me see in the UK, company have to get all furlough, a scheme with them design, you know, to keep company and to keep workers surviving, you know. But look at Jamaica, I grew like this. Where a guy moved from flatline to 11 billion Jamaican dollars. And Andrew increased by 36% at the same period of time. What can go so?
Madness.
This is not a coincidence. This is a travesty of the highest order of corruption. And Andrew Holness will catch you again, you know. Because no matter where you run and no matter where you hide, we have to find you. Because you can't hide from we, you know. Because we have the skill and the technology and the expertise of to find you and reveal you to the society at large. You have to go. We have too much money, you know. But I yield back the floor because I have more in store. So people, you know, stay tuned, you know, popcorn and everything, you know, because bangarang when we get to the meat of the matter.
All
yes,
right,
my brother.
listen. All right, without any delay, let us bring up Lady Spinks in the space. Lady Spinks, tune in.
Yes, Uncle Byron. Thanks for having me here tonight. Let me go back to Cliff Hughes and his co-host. His co-host said the word organize, organize, organize. You understand me? And organized and unorganized crime. Because apparently that Indian guy, Dushyant, Andrew, Cliff Hughes, and the whole group of them up there, they came together and organized to win this election. So it's an organized crime. And organized crime done by mafia. And these are mafioso by the way they move. Now, let us go back to our Indian friend here. We'll go Indian friend here. All right. So him say e-commerce, right? He had a successful e-commerce. This reminds me of Andrew Holness e-commerce two or three taxi company car will make taxi company. So therefore it's like it's the first e-commerce shell company I've ever heard of, and it's unnamed. You said 3 years is there. Blavina wrote his charity. It seems as if charity is the means of actually stealing money nowadays, because we look at what Seaga started out in charity, Andrew started in charity, Nigel had charity, and them all have these charities. And when people give to charities and they can't give an account of how the money is spent, right? And we all see the IC exposing Andrew for using the charity money to buy shares and stocks and bonds, and did not even put back the money until the IC brought his attention to it. So they all use the charity money as a scam. Now, let me look at the 2020-21 COVID data where this little Indian man made $10.5 billion. He had a government contract, Melting Pot and Uncle Byron. Try to remember that in COVID, the Amber Group, was the one responsible for taking up the COVID data.
Oh, yes.
Him alone.
Yes.
And do not forget that he had a government contract for that. And shortly after all information was gathered, that information was hacked. So we still don't know where this Indian man sold our information to, or to which country we sold it to, because data is big money. Data is worth more than gold on the market in the data in the cyberspace right now. People's personal information is like gold, is like platinum. You understand? So let us go back to his childhood now. Pilot lessons. Anybody who know about pilot and pilot lessons, as my good friend and brother there, Melting Pot, mentioned, and Melting Pot, I love your presentation a while ago. You hit every ball, hit every round. Man, you're on top of your game tonight, more than ever. And I tell Melting Pot, I take my hat off to you tonight. Every point you made about this man is like a nail in his coffin. Because let me ask you something now. As you mentioned, you have to have a brain. You can't be drunk. You can't be high on drugs to become a pilot. You can't. You have to be a sober person to be able to become a pilot. You mentioned the fact that how comes in the education about health and welfare and those things, yet him have a charity for welfare and wellness and all these things, and he himself is not a well person.
Exactly.
How can be a drunkard be in charge of a charity that you understand me? Does that make any sense?
No.
It makes no sense, doesn't add up. And when you think of pilot lessons, no matter what country you are taking these pilot lessons in, they are very expensive. So if you're 14 years old, you're washing pots or plates in a restaurant, how on earth do you get that 16 to be learning how to fly a plane?
Yes.
Where? I must be paper plane them talk about. Where you use the paper and you're making your as children and we just fly around the place. Must be that paper plane you're talking about, because it can't be the planes that people sit in actually. You understand my point? No. You see all this corruption that they're trying to cover up, and all of us out there every day digging up. It takes me back to our childhood when your mommy cook, our mother used to cook the food in a Dutch pot. And you sneak in there and I try to thief out a piece of the meat before it didn't serve. And no matter how you try to close the Dutch pot cover quietly, it always makes some noise. So all of these people don't understand that their corruption, trying to cover up the corruption, is like trying to steal from a Dutch pot. So they must just give it up. Just plead guilty and then the argument. Because we're going to dig up every one of them, one by one. And I yield the floor to you, Uncle Byron.
Well, Spinks, me have to confess, because my thief couple me to a Dutch pot, you know. All right.
We all do. But the Dutch pot always make noise.
All right, exactly. Now, I could just jump along and get very serious now with certain things. And we are one Big Mama Andreas Davis as it relates to NNN in terms of their deflection. Because they know so we are coming out, and they know so we are going to expose, you understand, Dushyant and Savadia. So they might try to use some deflection for us to keep occupied. Now, where am I getting to? I'm getting to you try to create some, segregation in the People's National Party. It's not going to work. Yes, it's not going to work. Let me say this. Titans, Lonesome, Mystic Sensation, Melting Pot, right? Anessa Bell Rose, right? Atta for the Press, and many more. We put our seal around Mark Golden as leader for the People's National Party. Pinkskew, what am I about Pinkskew? After she just created such volcano a while ago. Well, Mark Jefferson Golden tell any guy this. And it will be foolish for any PNP member to want to challenge Mark Golden for leadership. Let me just say this tonight, that any member of parliament within the People's National Party done that, you are going to have a social media blitz against you. You will not succeed. And I ask you that. I tell you that. You will not succeed. Trust me. Anyone go up against Mark Jefferson Golden, as leadership for the People's National Party, will be committing political suicide. We are here in social media as the firewall. And I talk to my sister. I talk for the press. And she makes sure that she give out a warning. We are saying that, listen. Don't get on the wrong side.
Sorry.
We want to show tonight that the Titan, Mystic Sensation, Melting Pot, Pinks, and Nessa Bell Rose, at all for the press, seal our stamp around Mark Golden to be the leader. And anyone goes up against that, they will be definitely taking a political suicide. Now, anyway, let me get to Big Mama. You think you can cause...
Uncle Baron, can I interrupt you and say something right here and then?
Yes, go ahead, my dear.
All right, first of all, the bylaws of the PNP party has changed, so nobody will be contesting Mark Golden, Jefferson Golden, for the leadership of the party.
Okay.
Damian Crawford is right now busy. They're trying to put up Damian Crawford as his contender. Damian Crawford is busy organizing his constituency as a new member of parliamentary, newly elected, and is busy teaching his math class.
All right.
He has no intention of going up against Mark. So let me put this out there. In the public space, the rumor was started by the GLP camp. Let it stay over there.
All right. Thank you for that, Sister Spinks. In the same breath, we have to make it clear that anyone in the People's National Party who make an attempt or think about that, they will be committing political suicide. Now, let me tell you why they are trying to do that. Because they know that Andrew Holness' empire is going down. Because Mark Golden, as our champion, as our leader, had taken away that 2/3 power majority.
And you can't grow on Marky.
And you can't grow on Marky G. No. And remember, the current leader said he's going to hold your feet to the fire because of the promises that you have made. And we know you can't deliver it. And apart from that, you have to understand that you need to anticipate judgment coming from more investigation from the Integrity Commission and more judgment coming from the case with Paul Bucannan. So let me give you, Big Mama, the revelation that is going to come. We know that Andrew Holness is going to lose this case because we are using the Roper Act. And we know that Andrew Holness can't win. So guess what? It is trouble for the Jamaica Labour Party. And we are telling you that, trust me, we are still marching. We are not weary, and we will never ever get weary. Let me bring in my brother, my comrade brother, Melting Pot, to say a piece on this. Melting Pot.
Yeah, man, we know say just political mischief them come with once again. Yeah, because remember, you know, them steal an election and all of a sudden some sperm whale get back them gill. Because them drowned last year, you know, and up to election period. Yeah, them drowned. We not hear nothing about them. Them steal an election and all of a sudden them get back them gill. So them attack now. You understand? Some sperm whale from around Big Mama. Yeah? And some little minions where them about the way Andrew appeared. Yeah? Where them call them social media warrior. We them a get interview, but you listen to the interview in what lopsided. You know a friend and come along attack. You like them there in a backyard of lavish. You understand? And I make mention of some certain things where like Damien a white car glass in a half a tree. Damien never there half a tree. Damien they up at Old Rope Road and Trafalgar Road, traffic light with the youth them. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah. And them attack some other thing like so well then Damien know say the PMP hierarchy them not like him. Then if them never like him, them would have given the seat for contest against Bushrat. You understand where them know him can't win? Them give him a seat where them know him can't win. So we like for us match out the things them, you know. Yeah. But one thing me I say now, Damien, you need to take to platform like a Mystic Sensation or a Wayne Lonesome and come burn them publicly. Let the people them know say you burn them, never make mischief against you. Cause if them call your name and you stay back in your comfort zone, that show like so well then you have something where you conceal. Yeah? But when you step on them like how you say, the warrior queen from out of the east there, step on Andrew over the weekend gone. Yeah? Rosemary Shaw me I talk about. Yeah? She never play with them, you know. I see him where I want you come step on nasty Big Mama and the minions them. You understand? Come make the people them know so well then. I mischief the man them I met with your name now at the forefront of this corruption allegation. Because nobody can challenge Mark Bolin for the leadership. You know? You challenge a leader, yeah, when him underperform. When him go in at the election with 14 and come out back with 6 or 8, them number there, you know him underperform. You have to have a consensus to replace him. In terms of what Mark Bolin achieved, Mark Bolin win the general election will just conclude on the 3rd of September. Yeah? Andrew, with the help of this Dushyant Savadia and you know who from the EOJ, nasty Tadpole Green, people from the GSCF, and people of ordinary society background. They all conspire and steal the election as a result of trying to keep themselves out of prison, not to govern the country. You understand? So we know Mark Wallen did brilliantly. As a matter of fact, he did excellent. Yeah, because with all the mechanism that them have in place, you know, the man doubling thing 100% and take away that 2/3 majority where them hold on pan to so long, them abuse the rights of parliament. You understand? Where them shut out the opposition completely. Yeah, angle them like them the privilege in a parliament, turning off mic and all these things. Because Andrew go as far as wasting 18 million for that mechanism, you know. We never needed now a local parliament. And like we have big parliament with 300-400 members. Yeah. These are 63 sitting members in our parliament. You understand? With some senate. You understand? So where Andrew and size 13 go on with was an act of atrocity from parliament. That's why I tell them so them desecrate parliament. Yeah. So now she thinking Big Mama and the minions them from Ocean Network now work. We don't need to understand so well then. We no can't fling no spanner in the works round us. So we know not try to deflect, yeah, the perception of our views from the reality of the stealing of the general election. More so Andrew Holness see, yeah, against Paul Bucannan. Because we know that no settle yet, you know. So right now we don't even have a prime minister, you know. We have a garbage. Yeah, him under investigation for illicit enrichment. And the C2M contest, yeah, it's up for trial to go to court, to rerun. Too much flaws in that constituency there. A guy come around and all like him a monitor the ground when he's supposed to move and go back in place. But him there about a room, the constituency, yeah, like him as a roving microphone journalist. Him and him security them and shut down all 3 polling division, you know. Him shut down 3 polling stations in the division. What can go so? Him not an authority to do that. But 3 man run the thing like a dictator. I know say him have the EOJ man, the tadpole green line back pocket. Him just know everything.
And Dushyant.
And Dushyant, yeah, because remember, you know, Dushyant, you know, yeah, him now jam the system, you know. All them network failure there and power outage, a theme work that. I want to see when it will happen, when time everything come back on track, come like a power surge. We mash up your fridge and your TV and everything in your place, your appliance when GPS out. And just surge in the voting count. And many other people surge too. Rhoda Crawford surge. Jim Roberts will surge. Size 13, Juliet Holness surge. Yeah, Muma Cow surge. Yeah, because there are certain seeds. Again time surge. Yeah. And we have a few more. Yeah, when we know we surge. You understand? Even Dranko Jacket. Him surge too. Yeah. Because nobody know Dranko Jacket, you know. But Dranko Jacket surge and wait because Andrew have to keep a cluster of people around him. You understand? Have to. He cannot do without these people. Them form an armored shield around him in the corruption ring. So Andrew have to make sure no say this guy, Dushyant Savadia, a theme work that. Yeah, because this guy can jam all traffic light and all these things, you know. But we have come back on something more critical about the guy. So we know say Big Mama them I try to deflect what is of paramount interest to the Jamaican people. Yeah? With even this guy and him wealth and him Amber Group. Yeah? And Andrew Holness corruption against Paul Bucannan for the constituency seat. You understand? So them are deflect and I bring party leadership now into questioning. Who can question or who can go up against Sir Marky G? You know mad? We have we around here to deal with it now. We have the Titan, which is a household brand name in our social media to deal with it. I remember we not easy pickings around here, so. Because we is here like the firewall for the PMP. You understand? So nobody from within the PMP organization will never see it fit to challenge Mark Jefferson Golding. Because if they do, it will be a suicide to their political career. It would be of their own demise. Because remember, you know, so we stand predominant with Mark Jefferson Golding as a man to lead the party. This man has not failed. This man has win. This man has won the local government election and retained back Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Council and few more. Yeah. This man has bring Jamaica, yeah, to an understanding and an awareness, yeah, of what good governance should be like. And we know him at the integrity boss. You understand? And we know them afraid of Marky G. Because Marky G give them problem in the people. Yes, with Marky G active as a leader for the People's National Party, as a man now where them opponent, them afraid of Marky G like puss. Because them know Marky G, him just look simple, but him the ramp, him is a July man like myself and loan. So we not play with people. You understand? Yeah, them can't go around Marky G thing. Yeah, because Marky G is just a quiet assassin. You understand? Marky G do things in his own stride. Nobody can push him. Not no press button. But them know, Andrew know. Andrew know him cannot come up against a Marky G and survive. So what them want to know is come up with a rhetoric and create a euphoria like there's this trust and, lack of unity amongst the People's National Party. Them want to carry back to that period there. And we hear them mention about Peter Phillips and Bunting. Yeah, what that happened to them, Peter Phillips out of this thing. Yeah. Bunting now, we know him as a member of parliament. Yeah. And we know, and we see how him operate around Marky G. We know say him not have no idea where them a try project. Yeah. And Damian not supposed to have them idea. And we know Damian don't have them idea there either. Yeah. So we are set to Damian now, like how they mentioned your name. Yeah. Because a Rasta, you couldn't go around them idiot there, Let me tell you that. Yeah, I'm going to tell the people in that. You as a Rasta man can't fall for them that look nastiness then. Yeah, because Rasta now bow. And them they are bowers over there. So we are telling you a long time, stop but talk up to them shit, them man. Don't make them catching no if like you and them in a conversation. Them are not nobody in a society, man. Them not reputable. Yeah, if you run with them nastiness there, run them way. You understand? Yeah, because remember, you can't do maths well, so you can add 1 and 1 and know so really 2. You understand? And we not play number 2 about you. Run with them piece of shit house, the big mama and them germs them. You see me I say? I make them know say you're the man who stand predominant for the People's National Party and you're in full support towards the leadership of the party. Can't make from number 2 come talk to you, man. And you're mad, bro. You're mad. Big mama them a shit house, I remember this guy where Big Mama have around him, Dushyant, Savadia, Remember him sexually assaulted and you know what happened? You see him itch up around Big Mama. You know it's a colleagues, them, that team a shit house. Don't go around them with telling them, leave the propaganda mouthpiece alone. We are the vice phone around here. So in the interview, no one can come give to we.
So hold on a melting pot. Melting pot, hold on there. Where you say? Is that team of turn it around and push it back in?
Definitely, that's what they are. Yeah, you understand? Remember, them love shit, so that's why them keep the place filthy like that, there's some sweet water all over the place, Yeah? Them not credible, them not working constructively. You understand? They are gossipers, they are lashes in the backyard in front of some bad pan. and some old peel and wash things. You understand? That germs institution. So the Rasta man, me not expect the man to even have no farmer affiliation with them shit house over there, so. Yeah? That's them if you call him name on a sensitive topic like leadership. Exactly. Run with them shit house there and come make your people know, so well then, yeah, you burn that publicly, make your people see I burn them shit house there. And next time I want you to tape them. But there should be no more time. But what you should have do if them call, just tape them and come play them rubbish and them corruption. Give it to him and could fling it out upon them shit house there. After someone have catch them now, see this there, you know, I yield back the floor.
Blessing melting pot. Now let us dig into something. Boy, I not lie, I love the punch when melting pot a punch. You know? Sister Pink's go on with her thing, you understand, mercy, and just on point and love it. Now, let us get into, you know, I never really want to discuss this, but somebody pushed me and said, Byron, discuss it. As it relates to the Warmington issue. So people, I am going to get into it. Now there's a ill fighting that is going on in the Jamaica Labour Party in terms of how them disrespected Warmington. Well, Warmington is a veteran politician, we all know that. You understand, very despicable, let me say that, put it out of the way. But in terms of what Warmington had done, in terms of stand up, right, through thick and thins, and even though he know that Andrew Holness is in the pangs of hell, he still came out and he defended him. So as it relates to the JLP, Warmington is what we call the pit bull. Or if you are going to take it into the gangster lifestyle, Warmington is like Machine Gun Kelly, that defending Dillinger in all circumstances, no matter what. He's like a Machine Gun Kelly. But Andrew Holness, with his self-greed, arrogance, have disrespected Warmington in the most vicious way. We are looking towards that. Because Warmington deeply hurt. And he decided that he's not going to take any more disrespect. Now, based on what I saw and what is evident, trust me, Warmington was pushed to the curb or kicked to the curb. Now, I want you to take in this, people. Let us go to ACE 87 Media, PNP. Let us go to that and listen to some of the issues where this is concerned. And this can be a very serious situation for Andrew Holness going forward.
Both sides, both sides, both sides, both sides, both sides, both sides, both sides. Your Prime Minister fire you, both sides. Your Prime Minister fire you, both sides. Your Prime Minister fire you. Your Prime Minister fire you, both sides. Both sides.
All right. A clip there. Warmington defending Andrew Holness through thick and thins. Now let us play Island News. Right? Showing you how you know, Warmington and the spread defending this man.
You see, what I said most are not popular. But it has to be said. Okay? They talk judge rights. And the cleaner, that is the mouthpiece to PNP. Now, when the argument to talk about judge rights issue, is that a private issue? Why the same cleaner never publicize say one of those on the platform step up her husband because they impregnate one of the same cleaner reporter? Why did I say that? the wife that he has, them have to run down mother-in-law yard. One of the cleaner, their public side, one on the side, working son hand, it can be the wife, and it's come try to defend the wife. Talk about that. Talk about that. Let's talk about redemption of judge rights. Come on. They're so hypocrite. But as I said before, the gleaner is the mouthpiece to the PMP. The only task, the aim of the gleaner is to destroy Andrew Holness. But unfortunately for them, Jamaica will follow them.
Warmington out there in the burner defending bro God is Lord God Almighty. Here is another saltfish. Now let us look at this and why Warmington was treated like that.
You vote for Andrew Holness. Like that, right? Don't stay home. Vote for your party. There's a reason anyone must stay home and vote for your candidate. You like a candidate? Vote for Andrew Holness, little party. Put the X beside the fucking bell.
Take it away, honey.
Look at this.
No. Beat him as you want. Say that he is despicable as you want. But a GLP having a Warmington as a bulldog, as a pit bull, biting at everything that come towards Andrew Holness. A man who is relentless in defending bro God. Let us give some more. Want me again. Let us look.
Did you know that the responsibility and the duty of this oversight committee? But if you noticed, the most recent statement from the chairman of the commission gave the impression that they're not answerable to the parliament. Made it clear that the commissioners were appointed by the Governor General and that the directors were appointed by the Governor General on the recommendation of the commissioners. My interpretation of that statement is to say to us here, we can go to hell. They're not answerable to us, they can't do anything. We're not whether we're oversight it or no, it doesn't matter to them at all. Responsibility and the duty of this oversight committee.
But you tell me, after Warmington had put himself in front of the gun several times on several occasions, an arrogant Andrew Holness felt that Warmington needs to be disciplined because of Warmington breaching protocol. And as such, what was Warmington discipline? A man who worked in the rains of fire, out there in the rain, wet or dry, hard or soft, a Warmington is there defending bro God. Let us look how bro God treated him. Cabinet and government senate. Let us look our bro God treated him. Prime Minister, the Most Honorable Andrew Holness announces new cabinet and government senate appointment. Let us get into the matter. We're not even there reading the subheading. One, Prime Minister, Minister of Defense and Minister of Economic and Growth and Infrastructure Development, Dr. the Most Honorable Andrew Holness, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of National Security and Peace, Dr. Horace Strong, Minister of Finance and Public Service, Mistress Favour Williams, Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Senator Kamina Johnson-Smith, Minister of Tourism, Mr. Edmund Bartlett, I know Minister Warmington up there, no? Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. Christopher Tufton, Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport, Mrs. Olivia Babs Grange. And them something you NNN fit talk about, you know, and leave PNP business alone, you know. Had them something you NNN fit talk about and leave PNP business alone. Minister of Justice, right? Mr. Hypocrite Delroy Chuck, Minister of Education, Skills, Youth and Information, Senator Dana Morris Dixon, and no education mashup. Minister of Industry, Investment and Commerce, Senator Arbin Hill, him no know head for him foot, you know. Minister of Local Government and Rural Development, Mr. Desmond McKenzie, this is the man with CXC malice. Minister of Labour and Social Security, Mr. Pernell Charles, that means the thiefness continue. Minister of Transport, Telecommunications and Energy, Mr. Darrell Vaz. Lord Jesus, peace, nobody going to say no. Lord, the criminality turn up, you know. Minister of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining, Mr. Floyd Green, Mr. Indiscipline, right? The COVID rules not go towards him, you know. Minister of Water, Environment and Climate Change, Mr. Matthew Samuda. That guess what? More E. coli going in the water and then go and hold it down for no talk. Minister without portfolio in the office of the Prime Minister responsible for efficiency, innovation and digital transportation, Ambassador Andrew Marks. You understand? This is the person now who shot, you know, said the United States kick her out because the United States don't want her up there. Minister without portfolio in the office of the Prime Minister responsible for science, technology and special project, Mr. Audrey Wheatley. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Can you imagine? No, criminal. You understand? Loyalty to Andrew Holness because guess what? Quid pro quo. I do for you, you do for me. Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic and Growth and Infrastructure Development responsible for land, titling and settlement, Mr. Robert Monticule. Lord Jesus, more police car. No, more money go and collect and no police car. You can't see the police car and know the police force mash up. You understand what I said? No, this is nonsense. Take it away now. Let me talk to the people. So then, after Warmington, being the pit bull, melting pot.
Yeah.
Being the Rottweiler. Right? Being the German Shepherd. No, but for bad, melting pot.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see Warmington name mix up in a pilfering?
No.
But Andrew Holness look past Warmington for whatever intention and purpose and decide that they're going to discipline you. And when Warmington see all what he had done and Andrew Holness bringing in criminal friend them over him, remember him? The Integrity Commission investigators don't have a problem with Warmington.
Not as far as
we know. But all right, criminal them, Andrew Holness beat them up over Warmington. And hear what Warmington has said. Warmington has said, in the time of your defense, me never see one of them come defend you.
True.
In all of what you are doing, and you put up people and you give them this and you give them that and you take away the little food from me now. Forgive them. Give who? The people who mix up in a criminality. Warmington and tell them, say, me no mix up in a criminality. So Warmington said to the mainstream media, stand by. More left to come. Melting pot. Under that basis, What say you in this Warmington saga? Put up melting pot on the pulpit there.
Well, we see which part them use Warmington as a scapegoat, you know. Yeah. And demote him and declassify him from a pedigree pit bull to a mangy mongrel.
What you say?
That's not right. Them declassify and demote Warmington from a pedigree pit bull to a mangy mongrel and kick him to the curb.
What a banger I missed tonight.
But that not look good. That not look good because here is the one and only, you know, gangster dog where them have around them. Where you used to come out and defend Andrew and him follyism and him corruption. When Andrew get beaten from any sector, I want me run out. Yeah, but a long time we know them not really regard Warmy, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, them use Warmy. You understand? Because with them drawback for all Andrew Wheatley. You understand? Known criminal. You see what I said? And shove out Warmy. Now my cousin used to bat for Warmy, you know. I know him too. Patrick and Tony folks. Come from upper Capture and in a whole over there. Yeah?
Yes.
Everybody know him. You understand? And me know say all him in him grave right now him turn. Cause Warmy a fiend boy, you know. Me know him in him grave out of Church Pen Cemetery right now and him supposed to get mad. You see what them do with them MP Warmy. Them kick him to him curb.
Yes.
And turn him in a mangy mongrel. You understand? But Warmy should have know say at that Andrew stand for, you know. Andrew is a guy who cannot be trusted. You understand? And where Andrew have a system, yeah, where him keep in his back pocket, where him reward criminality over honesty.
Yes.
And but that thing, you know, Warmy, you know, mix up in a whole heap of pilfering, you know. You understand? So it's like Andrew said, but Warmy now step up to the plate. Warmy should say, I'll be a thief around here and I'm going like him too honest. You want to move along Warmy here, sir. Because we don't really want people around here with thief taxpayers money. And that thing do with Warmy. Warmy is on bright and feisty and braggadocious when it comes to things. You understand? Come out and defend Andrew and the Labour Party because I'm passionate with where that is concerned. Warmy this all one eye in us, you know, Bruce Golding, you know. In a SSL time, you know. And make Bruce Golding know so where must say no relevant. And as a prime minister, he was a failure. And all these things. You understand? So I can't, you know, fathom out what really take place, why Warmy on the panelist there. But Warmy, you know, never hold back him emotion or him feeling, and that is what I like with Warmy. Warmy is a guy with hold no bars. No matter the occasion, he will put on a performance to show what is happening on the day and the mood of the state of affair. Yeah, Warmy know the whole of them this thing because when you're looking up, nasty thinking dirty chang, you know, and criminal Andrew, you know. When everybody are top, them not tap, you know, and them not focus on Warmy. Like them I say, yeah man, at time we get rid of this piece of mongrel out of a place, you know. You understand? Yeah, and Warmy pick up on the whole thing and sense the mood. Yeah. Not even the speaker and Gillette size 13 in the shape. Him just go take what him to take, do him to do, and just walk out on them. You understand? Now that look bad for Andrew. In the first convener parliament. A guy like Warmy walk out. Yeah. And then can't say, well then boy, this time the Prime Minister fire him, you know. No, him walk out from the Prime Minister this time, man. Yeah, because the Prime Minister is a crime minister and Warmy not deal with thieving like him, you know. No. So we know what them do with Warmy. Yeah, them kick him to the curve and them jeer him and them undermine Warmy. Yeah, but Warmy says stay tuned. But Warmy, one thing I have said to you, know, me melting pot. Hear this now. Don't make them get back to your car. Them they send out a search party for you the very same night you lock off your phone. Because them want to get to you, you know. Because you send a shockwave through the system, you know, will reverberate to them brain. Because them know you know certain things from them, you know, Warmy. So what them do, them trying to get back to you outside of parliament, but you did switch off. Don't want me? Yeah, man, you switch off your phone on them, man. Them I want to send some little minions running over kind of sweeten you up back. Yeah? But we don't know what them can do now to sweeten you up. Because they like that you as a stalwart. Yeah, we do over 50 years to the Labour Party. You should have get accreditation. Yeah, that's one of the longest serving member of the party.
But Melton
which
Pat,
you are.
Melton Pat, hold on there. From a pit bull to a mongrel.
Yes.
How do you deal with that?
No, well, that is so demoralizing for why I take back to the people in my whole hour, you know, where I represent, you know. Because them people don't get to see them guy in a mood, in a fanfare. All them supporters, them were humiliated. You understand? They were humiliated. Andrew humiliated the whole of labor rights them by kicking Warmy to the curb. You understand? So Warmy, you have to take it to them, you know, because you do enough now in the party, you know. You can't relinquish now. You can't let go of the party now. Come tell me what you know, Warmy. Because you know a lot in the Warmy. That's why them trying to reach out to you the very said night, but you lock off your phone on them. You understand? Come talk to the Jamaican people, man. Yeah? Come defend your people them in the whole harbor now. Defend them. Because remember, you know, Andrew and the minions them humiliate you and your supporters them will vote for you by not giving you any responsibility as a minister and not even a Senate post in the gear. Yeah, what me?
It look bad. It look bad.
What me? But them take you and turn lunatic, fanatic, beaten stick. Me don't know how them just a mash you up, sir. What me? You have to come out now when I want me. What me? You have to shed off them little pums and pride and all, man, and stop defending garbage corruption, man. You understand? Come tell we, because you say stay tuned, but we are stay tuned more than a week now. We don't hear not even a scratch from the speaker. You understand? Come talk now, want me, man. Come blaze some fire for Andrew and them colleagues, them, the corruption, them, where have around him, man. And then you know, so you will get back some credibility. And your people will vote for you. Yeah, we're buying a cent catching them more, so we'll have a people, them will rate you more, you know. But when you just take it and suck it up, so, yeah, remember you saying, you know, not PMP, your money for spending, you know. And you tell them, say them want water, them have to piss in all holes, you know. Them that the rhetoric where you didn't put out there to defend your party, you know. But that's what them do with you. That's why I say sometimes you have to sing low. Sing low, Warmy. Stop defend them, because them use you. And then them refuse you now. In front of the whole world, look what them do with you, Warmy. You know, so right around the world, people are watch that swearing in sermon there, you know, in a parliament, you know. Want to take the vote, you know. Yeah, right around the world, it reverberate. Warmy, it look bad for you. So Warmy, you must compile what you want, what you have for them, what you want to fling out. Come fling out something for them, man. Make you know, man. You can't do no good enough. And me personally, yeah, you know what I stand for. But me say, them undermine you in such a way that, boy, me can't believe you move up from, you drop all the way from a general pit bull to a mangy mongrel. It look bad, Warmy. I yield back the floor.
You know, all right. You know, trust me, believe you me, I'm somewhat, you know, when I look upon it, I know, you know, what Warmington has done, right? Defending Andrew Holness, and they kick him to the curb. Yeah, man, them kick him to the curb, man. Can you imagine? From a serial pit bull to a mangy dog. No, sir, it look bad. Let me bring in Lady Springs. Lady Springs, come in. From a serial pit bull to a mangy dog.
Nah, boy. You know, say pit bull and Rottweiler will always buy dog food for them at supermarket and all those pet stores, and mangy dog only get like the food out of the garbage and turn cornmeal, you know. So melted butter hit the nail again. No, You know, when we listen to that rumor about comrade leader being challenged for the leadership, right? Let me get back to that point again. Let me repeat myself again. Repeat myself. All right. This proves that Cliff Hughes is not a real journalist. All right. Because journalists would have actually done an investigation and would have found out that from last year, September, the bylaws of the PNP were changed. Therefore, nobody within the PNP can challenge anybody for the leadership of the party. You see, them don't want PNP business, but they want fast now with business. You know what, Cliff Hughes? You come like somebody who knows the neighbor what everybody have and they live beside them. No, that list of people you list out there on that white piece of paper there, Uncle Byron. That's a break front with broken morals, broken minds, broken souls, broken pockets.
All of the above.
And all of them broke with pockets. That's all them do. So, as far as my concern, that's a termite eating grapefruit right here. So, and when me say Andrew Wheatley step back out, you know, man. Andrew Wheatley of all persons, how much gas and oil leak from petrol jam and all this foolishness, and you bring them back? You bring this man in back? No, if me don't want me to, me not vex too. You not vex too. That's what I'm not to say right now. And I yield the floor to you, Uncle Byron.
All right. But I mean, when we look at it in terms of, you know, what Warmington had done, right? And that's why I play those clips, right? And where, you know, people, you know, aware of what Warmington had done in terms of defending, right, Andrew Holness.
But remember that they're saying there's no loyalty among thieves, so there's no loyalty among criminals.
Okay, which well, that is the case. That is what playing out right now. Right now, so let us get into more serious business of the day. Now, let us get into the pattern of hostility against, now, play, shocking, Margol and shame Andrew Holness. Make we get into that as it relates to the integrity boss. You understand? Look, I word themselves, no people, because guess what? Mark Golden reduced the 2/3 majority. They are fretting. And them can't go around that. So hold on, me all I hear a look at thing as it relates to Paula Llewellyn being the Governor General. Let me speak to Jamaica people. Take that down. Let me speak to Jamaica people about that. Paula Llewellyn going to being the Governor General. Now, this is one of the reasons why people need to understand and appreciate the comrade leader in terms of what he had done and the plan that Andrew Holness had in mind, right? So, because we hear it, to have Paula Llewellyn as GG, Governor General, right? Now, remember that the Governor General role is merely ceremonial. It has nothing to do with government policies and legislations and so forth. So, but Paula Llewellyn want to get the GG job. It's insignificant to us. Why is it insignificant? It's simple. That as it relates to the Constitution, when it comes to certain laws to pass that require 2/3 majority, then Andrew Holness have to have that 2/3 majority to have bill, you understand, process into law. And right now, Marky G is the general. And so then Andrew Holness have to seek consensus in terms of having that. So whether the GG want to be, whether Paula Llewellyn want to be the Governor General, right? Guess what? It have no significant bearing as it relates to Mark Golden having that 28. So people need to understand how powerful that is. Mark Golden now stand in the mid to protect us
as it relates to any constitutional reform that Andrew Holness want to do to take over. Can't do it again. And ask me, I ask him. Tell me, I tell him. Go under the circumstances. And so then anything has to do with any form of constitutional reform, that has to take 2/3 majority. And that's why it is important for people to understand civics and understand the politics. So we don't care about whether Paul Llewellyn want to sit there, go to the GG. As a matter of fact, Andrew Holness can give anybody who he want to give GG. It's not going to help him. You understand? The fact of the matter, we have 28. Come touch a button now. Come touch a button. Because you can't go around that. You have to seek consensus. And they know, and that is one of the reasons why they are trying to, believe that them can fence line Damian Crawford for Damian Crawford cause a rift in the party and split the party, and you understand, Andrew Holness get back 2/3. Look here. Nonsensical. So guess what? On the wheel and come again. Because that's what Damian Crawford said. One by one, they will be going to jail. It is no joke. It is no joke. And let me say this. Andrew Holness, when Paul Buchanan run this through the court and a recall happened, where you think I am coming out and me and Melting Pot spend all the time to investigate Dushyant, Savadia? Let me tell you why the Melting Pot run that and we investigate that. It simply means that you see the recall that is going to happen. We will make sure, say, we lock down Dushyant, Savadia. We will make sure, say, he will be observed. Big Mama is not going to get that situation in terms of hosting this with one named Dushyant, Savadia. That's why we on to him from now, so people understand what Mystic Sensation and Melting Pot, you understand, and the Titan Boss is doing. We have him on the tight wraps. You can't move again. Don't bother believe say you can repeat this again. Don't bother believe that you can repeat this. Because we are on to you. You understand me? I say, you can't repeat this. So, when that recall happened, remember, we are going to concentrate right at that constituency. All the security measures will be there. And we'll be tracking everything and make sure that everything run okay.
We don't want anybody in the polling division.
You understand me? I say? And we'll be definitely make sure that we act with the principles and the guidelines. And let me say this. When it comes to the recall, remember, Glasspool Brown, we are going to take you on and make the public know. You understand that if the court give us that, we know that you're a corrupter. We'll be taking you on after that. Right? So stand and prepare. Stand anticipating us. Because we'll be canvassing all over you. You understand? And guess what? Remember we're from now, Glasspool Brown. No matter what you do. Right? On the recall, you'll be well monitored. Yeah. And when we break that, you know what that is going to cause? Let me talk to you. A disturbance in the Jamaica Labour Party. They will have to struggle in terms of a leader to put up there. We understand because we get news from out of the grapevine. Let me share it with the panel. We get news from out of the grapevine that they are looking for a safe seat for Andrew Holness. So let me ask you now a question. If that information is true, that you are now looking for a safe seat for Andrew Holness, you are admitting that Andrew Holness stole the election. Then you are totally acknowledge that Andrew Holness did steal the election. We should know. And so then I wish safe seat you look for. We understand, say, Horace Strong is preparing on his way out. 1 hour ago, put Andrew Holness down at St. James. Horace Strong, because we don't believe say that is a safe seat. We will go put Andrew Holness. Because we don't want to maintain him as party leader and prime minister. Let me say this. In spite of all what you people are doing, the court is going to rule on that case in the judiciary. And remember, I will always say to you that the judiciary, we have a strong jurisprudence. Remember, we have a judge who stopped Andrew Holness, saying that no, under no circumstances, we are going to move the Corruption Act that deals with illicit enrichment. You can't go on our jurisprudence, Andrew Holness. So you have to stand up and face the heat. And in spite, I will want this day coming up. And the reason why I want this day coming up, let me say this to all of Vegas who talk about him happiness. I hope when this day come, you can talk about your happiness too, because this day is coming. And the court is going to rule. And Paul Bucannan, 100%, is going to be victorious. And the GLP party is going to be in turmoil. And we are here to see collapse. No two-way about that. Right? So all the mischief, all the go on, not go on. You understand? That's why we push out. Yes. Dushyant. To make sure, say, when the time they come in, you hold the corner firm, because we unto you, brother. You have committed treason against the Jamaican people already, We unto you, we are telling you and Andrew Holness. We unto Dushyant, Savadia. Yes. So stand still while the power of God prevail. That's all I'm saying to you. Now let us get into Margolin, shame Andrew Holness. Get down into the juggling. We don't play around here, so. We know them are fertile.
There has been a definite pattern of hostility from the Jamaica Labour Party government towards the institutions mentioned in the question. In particular, the Integrity Commission, largely because it is well known that there are at least 10 members of parliament who are under investigation for illicit enrichment, a serious corruption offense, of which the only one to be known is the one for whom a report has been completed and sent to the parliament, which is you, Andrew. As a result of that, they have done their very best to try to neuter that critical institution, including the Prime Minister, bringing that institution to court to undermine its effectiveness and indeed eliminate it entirely.
Make we tell them, say, we know definitely say they are not sleeping well. Court rejects PM bid to strike out Corruption Act. Mighty God. Corrupted to the core. Now, court rejects Prime Minister Holness bid to strike out parts of Integrity Commission affidavit. Can you imagine? See him there? Look for them. Look for them. All the things that you are doing, right, against the Jamaican people, you shall pay for that. And you must pay for that. You are 100% pure evil. You know and I know. You are 100% pure evil. The Supreme Court has dismissed Prime Minister Andrew Holness' application to strike portions of an affidavit submitted by a senior Integrity Commission official in a lawsuit he filed against the anti-corruption body. Holness had argued that certain sections of the affidavit were inappropriate. Can you imagine? And should be excluded from the court's consideration. How dare you? However, the judge found no legal basis for their removal. How will you talk, say? You want to get the opportunity to continue to steal taxpayers' money and nobody not to talk to you. You want to continue your skullduggery? You want to continue your nepotism and your cronyism? You want to continue to have likes like Dushyant Savadia in the place where they might wash money for you? The court granted the Prime Minister leave to appeal the decision and ordered a stay of proceeding until the appeal is heard. The lawsuit forms a part of an ongoing legal dispute between the Prime Minister and the Integrity Commission, which has been investigating matters involving public officials. Let me tell you something. All of them are so, what they are so under you so, what they listen, what they back you. See the picture of them here? Under you so. Criminal mind. Criminal from George Davis go straight down. The whole of them. Take that away. Think you play? You know, play around and say, you know. One by one, they are going to jail. I know in the midst of that, you know double down with your corruption. Let me show Jamaican people how you double down with your corruption. How will you tell me, say? We are your employer. Right? And we are telling you that we need checks and balance in the system. But instead of you giving us checks and balance, this is what you do in the next clip. Play the next clip on it. Show Jamaica what you have done. Disrespecting us, disregarding us, and still double down in your corruption, your corrupted ways and your corrupted behavior. But we are here in this space to deal with you. This is what you have done.
In accordance to Standing Order Number 2, I now call upon the members of this House to elect from among you, not being a minister or parliamentary secretary, to be Speaker of the House of Representatives.
Madam Clerk, I beg to nominate the member-elect for East Rural St. Andrew to be Speaker of this House.
Madam Clerk, I beg to second the nomination.
The member-elect for East Rural St. Andrew has been nominated and seconded. Are there any other nominations?
Take that away.
There being no other nominations,
take that away.
I declare the member-elect for East Rural.
Take that away. Our Speaker. Our Speaker will be caught on video. Breaking the rules of the electoral guidelines. After you voted Juliet Holness, we saw you on video becomes an obstructionist to the process. And so then, you have seen where you double down in your corruption. And so then, Andrew Holness, while you are within your ceremonial quarters and your ceremonial speech, talking about unity, you know very well that the People's National Party oppose this. But the demons you are, you double down with your corruption and telling Jamaica, take it or leave it. Jamaican have no right in terms of checks and balance. So let me ask you this, Andrew Holness, how this look. And let me ask to where outside Jamaica. You, Andrew Holness, under investigation for illicit enrichment and 10 others of your member of parliament, your administration. And your wife became the Speaker of the House. The opposition is on record now opposing that. And where you are saying, not only that, while you are under investigation, your wife sits on the Integrity Commission Oversight Committee. So Andrew Holness, you know what? We don't talk to you, Andrew Holness. I know Andrew Holness may talk to. Because we know, I mean, it's in your DNA. It's in your chromosome. Now, PSOJ, you may talk to. So PSOJ, I'm not saying nothing wrong with that. Mainstream media, I'm not saying nothing wrong with that. But guess what? Mark Bolin sat in protest in saying it is fundamentally wrong. Hear what Mark Bolin, hear the reason why Mark Bolin sat in protest. Mark Bolin is saying that you cannot have a criminal that have not signed the code of conduct. A criminal that multiple statutory declarations cannot be certified. So we are not talking about from 2001, 2022, 2021, 2022, and 2023, and 2024, obviously. We are not talking about that. We are talking about statutory declaration that's submitted from 1998 based on the special investigator and what the Integrity Commission investigators are saying. That investigation, to the fact that Andrew Holness lied to the Integrity Commission investigators, it has now affected our previous statutory declaration. People, we want to forget that. So then all the statutory declarations that Andrew Holness had submitted from 1998, null and void. Because you are a criminal. They cannot be certified. And so then PSOJ, let me ask you a question. So when you look on that and you see the history, you see the record, and you see the facts, what are you saying? What are you saying? Mark Golden broke protocol because he didn't stand up. Huh? And that you know what I say? PSOJ, what about a prime minister leading a country where he systematically engaged with extended arm to corrupt the criminal justice system as it relates to Paul Bucannan and as it relates to the corruption prosecutor, Prince Kamika? So PSOJ, what are you saying? That it is okay to have someone to lead this country, which is statutory declaration cannot be certified? And then Mark, and then Big Mama and Draws Davis over there swinging it. That no, you can't pursue the prime minister like that because the prime minister has not been charged. The prime minister has not been charged for the reason to the fact that the prime minister cannot answer the Integrity Commission investigators as it relates to how do you come by your word? A simple question. And the prime minister has been struggling to answer that. From God, he knows when. So you tell me, PSOJ, you tell me. Mr. Seaga, take your face from out of the white powder and tell us. Mr. King Snartis, take your face from out of the white powder and talk to us. You haven't seen anything wrong with that? Or because it's too high to see it? Huh? So tell me now. Nothing wrong with that? Put Mark Golding in that category who would have slew him. Because if Mark Golding did not stand in the ceremony and you have him to try to drag him through the mud, then what if Mark Golding's statutory declaration couldn't be certified? What would have happened to him? Eh? But PSOJ, we know say Andrew Holness administration given all the prime land, given all the beach, and so they know we don't want democratic socialism to survive. We don't want to kill it because of crony capitalism and neocolonialism. Now, you see what is happening to France? Because Africa kick France out. Eh? And the tentacles that France used to have in Burkina Faso, he has it no more. What is happening to France? Collapsation of their economy. Crony capitalist. Neo-colonialist. And so then Andrew Holness ride on the back of that. Yeah, because he can, use that. Because he know crony capitalism is going to defend him. And so then him steal all of the money we want to steal, illicit enrichment, and people who are riding at that. You understand? For the pangs of hell. You understand? And exhibit how much they are Judas Iscariot selling out the country for 30 pieces of silver. But we stand to salute democratic socialists, Michael Manleyites forever. And so then we are saying that here we are to educate and teach our people to escape crony capitalism where you are concerned, Andrew Holness. And we no matter about the dunce who they follow you. And that is one of the reasons why you choose not to deal with education and focus on education and want to protect the criminal. But let us see how October the 6th is going, where rural Reed will face the judgment. And you, hell-bent, and try to preserve him, just like how you preserve Wheatley. You see your doings, you see your corruption. But as I say, one by one, you will be going to jail. And I yield back. Melting pot, take over the space. Chop it.
Yes, my brother. And to everyone, we just remind everybody, say Andrew no sense. And so, would I refer to Andrew as a nonsensical leader? You understand? Because we see where am I going with right now? We see who him bring back. Yeah? And we see who him want put forward to become Governor General. But we want Andrew to know, say, no controversial DPP, yeah, cannot become and will not become Governor General because the People's National Party will not support such a move. And Mark Jefferson Golding, that will never get the approval. So you can put up all who you want to put up. We're going to make you know where we stand and where the People's National Party stand. And what we know Mark Jefferson Golding and the 27 lion will do to you cheaters in Parliament. They will make sure no say on the back go right up against the wall. You understand? Because it look like a corruption I hear every part of the day diet where you survive after. You bring back Andrew Wheatley. Everybody know we're going with him and Petrojam. Yeah? You put back size 13 as the Speaker of the House, where she not signed the code of conduct as well. And the possibility she is one of the 10 under investigation currently. But rather than being, clear in your thought process as to how you would want to make things look better for you, you come back with the same slimy sewage water politics where you play upon Jamaica electorate. You understand? And feel like so well then it can elevate you more because you just feel a general election, yeah? And you carry out a coup on Jamaica democracy. And you is having a wheel of a time, but how long shall the wicked reign over your people? I want to ask you if you ever think about that. Because you is not the first evil individual to rise up in world politics and get defeated. We know that. You understand? Many more has done it before. And they have met their demise. And you shall follow suit if you continue on your trajectory pathway as a leader in Jamaica. Now I want to shine the spotlight on this guy, Dushyant Savadia, and make him know say him can't tamper with no more general election, nor local election. No farmer election him can't tamper with again in a Jamaica. Yeah? Using any means of technology mechanism. Yeah? Where you use your crony them for the car. Him not savvy, Him just a middle guy where them I use. Yeah? The real work of them, they all about in India. Yeah, but I want to bring to my Jamaican people a circumstance that took place in Jamaica not long ago, very recently. My people remember that Indian flight to come in Jamaica with the 246 Indian national on it and the route where it take. We remember people? Yep. And the airport, aviation authority, them can't pick it up on the radar. It not sending no media signal, but it landed at Jamaica. And the fact that it was bound for Jamaica. Yeah. But it can't pick up on the system, the aviation system at the airport. Because this guy talks about the capacity to disrupt any system, traffic light and all these things, him jam it. So because it was an unauthorized flight into Jamaica with an authorized Indian national, yeah, we know them they put out some fictitious thing about never come to come experience Jamaica and all type of shit. Yeah. We know so that plane load of people were coming in was an exchange program for some who were in the country already. You understand? Shuffle them, then shuffle that deck there. Yeah. But look on what is more significant, my people. Remember, if a plane come at Jamaica unauthorized, enter into an airspace, yeah, land at the airport, but it never scheduled, yeah, then automatically that plane supposed to be, seized by the authority in Jamaica, and it's supposed to involve our security as well. And these people supposed to be kept in a confined space. But what we see, them they all about the place I walk up and down, I drink Red Stripe beer down a Victoria Pier I lean up on juice man cart. I've been a whale of a time in a short pants I enjoy with lovely sunshine. You understand? Them never under no farmer security administration. Yeah? So we know them they tell lie. But my people, somebody in that tower, they get some money to ignore the flight. But them know the flight are coming. Yeah? Because remember, you know, this guy himself trained to become a pilot. Remember I mentioned that? Yeah, from 16. Yeah. Remember, you know, the pilot will fly the plane coming at Jamaica. It's a pilot, private pilot from in Germany. The route with them take is a suspicious route to come into Jamaica. That not upon the aviation airline route to come to Jamaica, the international. You understand? Aviation airline. The route with them take coming at Jamaica. It could have caused catastrophe. But why it never caused catastrophe? And this is why I say people from in at the airport know about it. Remember, you have to clear a runway, you know, to landing and take off. You know? And you have to have emergency vehicle on the ground like fire brigade and all these things. You understand? And all these things was in place when this flight are coming in. So I'm not listen what them say. A corruption once again at its highest order will take place in Jamaica. People from inner airport authority, yeah, they know about it. The flight will come in. But them just play devil's advocate with the Jamaican citizen. Yeah, and put out some little garbage statement on the plane. Yeah. You see, when you hear the pilot, I say, boy, boy, my plane should have reached back where it come from. Lie, I tell you. Boy, I have to say things like that. If it look like real investigation in a go on. No real investigation now go on. And the government and Dushyant, Savadia think that. Yeah, and then bring in some people now with savvy in a technology, but them are criminal. Yeah, right now, and them hijack speaker. That's why Andrew can't come talk, say, them under ransom. Yeah, but the ransom of them under is a ransom where Andrew Holness them orchestrate off for rob taxpayers again. Because if speaker, which is a sensitive, yeah, agency in the country, get hacked, that means people info out there, you know, people data out there, and that worth billions of dollars. You understand? In terms of how much people info them have. You understand? But Andrew, them are hush it. But I'm over 2 weeks now, you know. Them hacking to Pika system. They breach it. Because you see from them nasty Asian from India coming out of the place. A whole heap of them things take place. My Jamaican people now have to get savvy in our head and start to be a critical thinker. Yeah. Make sure no apply on common sense, which is civics. Ask yourself the question, why all of a sudden Jamaica now have cyber attack? But you don't expect cyber attack to take place in all them multi-million entity like NCDB, Grace Kennedy, and all them places they hold them for ransom. You know where them go? At all time, the government institution like Pika, National Airport, Norman Manley. You understand? Because them jam it and allow the flight to come in undetected. You understand? Yeah, take some fictitious route when it lift up from where it lift up from, with a fictitious pilot, giving fictitious narrative. Yeah, but what them do, as always, them leave traces of corruption. Why did these 46 people on board the Indian National Airline, because that me I call it? Yeah, why were they allowed to roam our city without any form of security? Why were they hosted in a place like Oceana Hotel downtown? Who took up that responsibility to care for these people during that period of time. Andrew and him corrupted people, the same Dushyant, Savadia, because them make money, you know. Them have wagga money. So we had to know, you had to do an exchange program with the workforce. Yeah. Send back who did it. Yeah, these people are coming to our place without any permit. You understand? But them are working our place. So Andrew have a lot to answer to Jamaica and Jamaicans. You understand? Him have a lot to, because here is Andrew Holness harboring criminals into Jamaica, integrating them into our society as workers of high technology skill set, giving a guy ambassadorial status as it relates to technology export. Tell me, my people, Jamaica export technology. Anybody know if Jamaica have a program where them teach you them high skill set and a technology that the outer world wanted? So, oh, you have a guy with that status of ambassador as it relates to technology on the importation side. Who am I going to talk to? And they are for the country. We don't have a program of such. Our young youth them not get enrolled into these type of things. Eh? That's why they bring it.
Well, I mentioned Pat. Remember, we have very skillful programs, you know, as it relates to where a person can use 3 taxi and becomes a billionaire.
Definitely. Definitely. You understand? But me I tell you, say, this is more than a 3 taxi. This is a middle in our election process. You understand? This is shut down with aviation tower, where flight can come in undetected. This serious in terms of a security breach. Andrew do that. Andrew orchestrate that. Me now put my mouth on ground and talk. Because Andrew affiliated to the Indian them. You understand? I think say people are going to come to Jamaica and forget citizenship, you have to go through the process like when we leave Jamaica and go overseas. It can't be different. You understand? Because remember, every country have their own embassy, you know, all over the place, you know. And the protocol remain the same. But Andrew have our place around like a little shanty town backyard. Like it's not a real country. You understand? And these are the things where we have to point out to the people. The state of affairs in Jamaica, it is bad. It is in a state that, you know, it won't take long for repair. Because this guy ravish it, you know. It's like you put paper to a shredder, you know. I saw him deal with Jamaica. Everything him have scant regard for. Yeah, well, law, him not pay no attention to that. Him break every law. Which government leader, you know, tell him member them, say them not to sign code of conduct. Take all an integrity commission. We're supposed to be a protective arm of your country. Take them to court. Fairly over illicit enrichment. Yeah. I remember, you know, when I talk about certain things from within the investigation, it's like, you know, it's embarrassing, you know, to make mention of it. No, them have to make mention of it because Andrew, what you never do, you never tell them about your Omega, yeah, loan lending institution. You never tell them about Sunshine Mobile. You never tell them about dildo taxi service. Yeah? Fictitious taxi service where you have, where nobody know about. Remember, a whole part things you hide from them, you know. So this is why them find you very disingenuous as it relates to the investigation where them in a conduct on you. You lie to them. So everything have to go back from the Genesis, which is 1998. Which would constitute your first year of declaration because you come in 1997. So we know we want something for you. So 1998, not never straight, you know. And from this, everything remain lean to current date, 2025 as we speak right now. You have been a prime minister that has never been certified. What can go so?
Juliet no certified either. But you want to itch her up as Speaker of the House of Parliament. We can't have uncertified Speaker. She not certified for Christ's sake, nastiness. What you do to the country and the Parliament? You desecrate the Parliament to an extent where right now all type of high pressure steam wash that have to wash done when Marky G take over that, you know. That stain with corruption. That stink with corruption. And it's full with corruption. I bet Marky G and him 28 can't do make them half in there. Because them half you face up to a high level of corruption. But Marky G is prime and prepared to deal with that. You can't go around a Marky G. Because Marky G and a Nightingale, but what we know we call loggerhead. We be a Marky G in that. Marky G a pedigree. Pedigree bird. Just put it so. Because we are use that terminology. Use a little Nightingale we be a Marky G in a head. We call on a loggerhead. Or if you ramp with a Mark Jefferson Golden. You know school like Marky G. Marky G got one of the most brilliant schools in the country. Everybody know Campion College to be of that status. Where you go? St. Catherine High. Dilapidated circumstance around you. That's why you become a criminal, because where it's situated, I be a criminal around that school. So you learn the art of criminality from over here where you get your education. Your upbringing is of such that you was a nosy, big nose parrot. Yeah? But a slimy head parrot for Yaga St. Catherine High. You understand? Up to your wife make mention of it. Say you're nosy and you're enough. You see what I say? And you bring that nosiness coming to politics. You sniff out all the corruption place where you have to go. And you utilize your enoughness for the Jamaican people because you unleash something we never seen before in our society. Remember, you know, as a guy will be the leader of the country, you know. You roll out state of emergency on the back of state of emergency, and when Marky G challenge you, you change it to Zozo. And then challenge you again and you change it to Disaster Risk Management Act. You come with all type of circus event for the people in our country. Because you're the oppressor and you want to suppress the people and freedom and rights to movement and speech. You understand? You want to put a lock hold on the people in the country. Because what you want them to do is yield to your tactics. Yeah? Your tactics are what you're using, is that tactics where have the people running scared of the leader of the country. What can go so? The people love the prime minister of the country, not fear the prime minister of the country. You show yourself to be this high-level corrupted leader, not only in Jamaica, but in the Western Hemisphere, as it relates to the entire Caribbean region. You see where I come from? And we know so that is totally and utterly wrong. Jamaica has never been governed like that before. Not even Seaga, the one that did that to the people. Seaga was only a criminal, you know, but never oppress the people in the way you do it, you know. Bruce a criminal, you know. And I him start the oppression there, you know. You tell lie. Say him can't recall how much him pay to man at village. You understand? For us. And cause 100 people to lose their life down at Tivoli. You see me I say? And cause the country to get international coverage, bad publicity. We city was shown, I remember we sitting there look good, you know. Cause Bushrat keep it like a shanty town. The worst capital in the entire world, at Kingston. You understand? So we know sound of life to keep the place like that. Because when you keep the place like that, the people mood will reflect the place. So just like how you see the capital broke down around Tivoli broke down after people in a Tivoli garden headspace and them mood broke down. Them fall for anything on a trick on a con, on a corruption.
But me, I make you know, say, this election, when it rerun, you cannot use this guy here. Him cannot be seen, and we make sure no, we have the right mechanism in place to combat the threat of corruption. Because Gladstone, Tadpole Green, not supposed to preside over this. We want an independent body to run that constituency between you and Paul Buchanan. Because what you do to the people from Upper Mullines Road region there, them people when I look hand out, them people who have them prime property, them have to pay them tax and maintain them life status. Them people are in you. And you carry them box, go all the way down in some little nasty, dark crevice and corner, go doctor the box them. Box where 300 yards from the counting center. Take over 5 hours to reach there. We only say police, 2 female police officers will have to drop them somewhere. What police are doing with the ballot box? Police not supposed to put them on the ballot box. Mr. Tadpole Green, you're in breach. No police supposed to angle the ballot box. They must only secure the movements of the ballot box. Let me tell you that, Tadpole Green. So this is why that seat constitutes a rerun, not a recount, a rerun of that seat. Because we find so much thing that constitute breach.
All right, Melton Pot, give me a minute there. Let me just have the caller here speak. You want to speak on an issue. Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Go ahead.
Okay, we have to use diplomacy sometimes, not to get excited, right?
Yes.
With everything what's going on. When you're going to deal with situation, what's going on in life, we have to take it easy, because with life is like water. The sea breathes with oxygen. So we take it easy. Don't get excited. We know what God put out there, and it's going to destroy everything. I've seen what's going on. With Mark Golden is doing the right thing, and I said it before. Take it easy, because what Andrew Holness put out there, that garbage, you can't contain it. And we will never want to contain it. If Mark Golden never won the election, he would have died, because all that contamination was out there would have killed him. We have to conserve ourselves and watch what God put in front of you. We have to, every day you wake up, look in life. When I step outside my door, if I'm going to step in garbage. I live in Canada, you live in Canada as well.
Yes.
Okay? We have to take it one day at a time. Don't get excited. Whatever you want to do, learn to conserve your garbage. Don't worry about the other man's garbage, what's going on out there. Let him think about it. Burn your garbage and let him burn his garbage. Because if you're going to try and conceive his garbage into your garbage, you're going to have a big problem. And all we have to do in life is sit, conserve your garbage, and let him deal with his garbage. Because as far as what I'm seeing, what you guys are talking about, right now, Andrew Holness is going to burn himself because he's got to conserve his own garbage. Mark Golden is doing the best thing what he's doing. Conserve his garbage. And we have to think about your garbage what you have in your house. Don't think about the garbage what the other man's got in his house.
All right, Carla. Just use a minute to finish up because we have to go ahead with the program. So use a minute to finish up, please.
I'm just watching the program.
All right.
What I'm saying, don't get excited.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, man. Thank you for your
Think
input.
about the garbage what you got in your house.
All right.
Don't worry about the other man's garbage.
Okay. All right. Thank you for your input.
Thank you very much.
Bless you.
Thank
All right.
This call
All
is
right,
already
thank you
banned.
for your input. Yes, Melton Pot. Go ahead. Proceed.
This call is already banned. What this call is talk about we and garbage and burn garbage. We are talking garbage around us, so. I don't take it easy. Him not swear happening in Gaza. The people them can't take life easy way in Ukraine when you have uppers against them. They have to fight. What this guy talk about?
Yeah.
Don't give this guy no earplay if him not come correct, you know.
All right. Go
But
ahead.
them send a million through there, so.
Melting pot now, go
When I
ahead.
talk about our garbage and we don't do garbage around here. Me I make him know straight. Him have to come correct. You have to straighten them up when them come for the program. Because we don't know who send him coming up. Because he can't be a comrade. And that's how we take easy. To Andrew mash up the place. And when I allow Andrew to mash up the place, look when the war they were going in Gaza. When the Israelites ever deal with the people, them. When everybody are trying to be a peacemaker, you know, see, Benjamin is a warmonger of the ISAT. The same thing in Ukraine and most places. What this guy come in a disturb the program for? Don't entertain them call of your Byron, man. Because I'm not saying nothing when I second time him call for the night. Like him I come tell. So what kind of program we have conduct around here, so? Pet and powder and lotion program with Andrew and corruption. How for God to come talk like we have some smear campaigner.
No, we are not doing that.
We not do that. We are come talk the things as we know and we talk with passion and with feelings. So feel rhetoric where I come and spew here right now, me not feel good about it. Don't bring back the call left on the program, Byron. If him can't come talk properly and talk with sense. Him now make no sense. I send them come interrupt when we are beat it round here till I'm a bell. Because they have them style, you know, them use people from all about as them minions, you know.
All right.
Yeah? And we have to catch them when them come and flush them right away.
But
we can't do without him
coming. We can't stop if I'm beat it.
We can't do without the guy comment. Because it don't make no sense. Because all him depend is garbage. Who's talking garbage around here? That alone throw me off, you know, what I say, you know. I will take it easy and God is and even not swear God I help down Gaza and over Ukraine. Where am I coming? Understand himself, man, and don't come for the program, come to start the program, man. Because my head not good enough. And when me sit and do my work, you know, me not want a guy come interfere with my work. When it don't make no sense. You understand? And I have to know that. This our politics so we are dealing with. And politics don't come with no little puny vice.
We take it with passion. We take it with passion.
Of course.
We are said.
We don't know what I talk about love and God and this and that.
No, we can't love it. We can't love it.
Yeah. Byron, I hear the floor here, so I'm going to cool off me, you
know. All right. Well, I mean.
Pings fell off.
It like pings fell off. Well, Melting Pot.
There's no electricity.
I mean, let me say this. And you know, a real talk you make. You understand? We can't like, you know, we are water down things and we are calm down things and we're blah blah blah. You understand? We have to eat it. You understand? And pluck it from out of the root. You understand? And make sure say we are here to, you understand, defend our people. And we can't be softy. You understand? So I'm 110% in agreement with Melting Pot.
Yeah, man, and if him come and him go, you know, interact for the program, just come correct, man. Come talk to the people that can relate to what you say and digest what you say. Don't come on. The man keep using garbage, burn garbage. You also look like Riverton City down to him, sir. I want to him.
I agree with the
What kind of burn garbage? And all Mark Holden and him mention Mark Holden and garbage. Hey, this guy have to go one side. Don't take back the more call from him, Byron.
All right, hold on the pot. Sister Pat on the line. Yes, Sister Pat.
Good night to everyone. Good
Blessings.
night. Big up.
Blessings, sister.
Nobody can stop him, man. So me 110% in agreement with Melting Pot. Can't stop him,
Right?
both.
This got tired, man. Anyone who know there and no hold, no go back the man. When people attack for the country, you never catch a die. You're there for retirement. Just sit down and put the people again. If you not watch the show and you can learn and accept when it don't come on, man, we not miss no. Right? I tell you, man, about don't this and don't that. You're blind, you're deaf, you're dumb. You know, see what man do with the country.
Exactly.
Eh? If you're never comfortable living in Canada, where you go? Did you see, you go live in a first world country. You see anybody a treat on us? We want democratic prime minister allow man to come and hack the system and thief election. And you sit down, you see hospital people on the floor. People are dead for hungry, people are dead for one. And you come and, sir, I don't know if you're Asia, who you be. Just chill, man. Go hold your corner. Go hold your corner, brother. I just get people ignorant. Sure. And the next thing, Byron, he said, because Savadia, he did come at Jamaica, and there's a Sanders, you know, I teach yoga.
Oh.
You have a part there? Yes, man, look him up. We mean, come in the Sanders that teach, because you want to bush to that's what they say. Even I teach yoga. You know what is yoga? The Indian type of exercise. Right? And when you look, and the call man, when you look and see where mystic them up fling out and I fling out the facts, how you feel? You say, yeah, Jamaican. Eh? Imagine people go and go vote as suppression. Eh? And things like that in our country, you come and talk about this. Me say, man, no one God give me long life, health and strength. You see when they come down and creep them up and fling them out of the country. Eh? This man, Andrew Holness, going until he find himself between the rock and the hard stone, how you call it. Either he know nothing there with the dragon or in the with the eagle. And now he put we in the middle. Eh?
Sure.
Look where US visa gone to. 100,000 US, their teacher to get a HB1 or HB2 visa. Eh? 100,000 US dollar. Trump said, if a teacher left Jamaica to go work up there, they are either H1B or H. Me don't know, me no visa friendly, but a H none of that. Eh? Look how pandemic is there. We have to undergo. Come couple months from the 2 years, say, rice raise, flour raise, taxi fare raise, light bill, if I miss a raise, you go to bank right now. They will charge you 50 cents, 60 cents to check account, and they will make after you put in, they will tell us, say, at 60 cents or $60, yes, $60, it will cost you $60 for this transaction.
Yeah.
It never announced over the radio. It never said on when you go to use the machine, before the machine do it, it come up and all these things are robbery. And this ugly man who survived it, I can't talk. Yo, brother, come on, 5 people after we school, man. After we school this, and
well, Sister Pat, I want to tell you something, you know, hard research me and Melting Pot do, you know. You understand, in terms of presenting the data, and you understand, we take days in doing it. You understand? So that will get Melting Pot and anybody else upset in terms of what I must say. Because we have to work hard, you know. You understand, and dig these information and make sure so when we present the information to the people, we are presenting facts. Nobody not talk no you understand, him out order.
The man style the conversation we have as garbage. I mean, notice, let me say something. Sorry, the Sister Pat. Sister Pat, sorry there.
Well on the Sister Pat. Melting Pot. Well on the Sister Pat. Well on the Sister Pat. Melting
You notice the 2 times him call when me attack. Me know who I send him to interrupt my speech, you know. Me know who. I send him to interrupt when me attack. Because my thing not normal. You understand?
Exactly.
So if you notice that when me attack him, I call in, you know. Black him, man, a piece of shit that. Because we're not afraid to tell you so that shit. You understand? Don't come out and come talk about garbage. What kind of garbage we have around here? We look like Riverton City Dumb. We look like Andrew and the minions them and them corruption. Yeah, you should have come here if you have somebody where in solidarity with the movement so we have right now and come gears 2 cents in our capacity where people can digest it, boy. You come around and say endorse the word garbage. Are we alone say garbage around here, so? Go one side, man. Yes, Sister Pat, come back.
All right. Blessing for that part. All right.
Any garbage man talk about that him and your host. Then was on garbage. Because people protect garbage and you dispose your garbage properly. Him and that him good garbage. Because if you can't stand up for your country and your countrymen, use nothing. Use nothing. And when people are stand up for their country, all these two gentlemen at Jamaica born and bred, no migrated in a bigger country, planning to come home for their retirement. You think them don't want to come relax and enjoy them their twilight life?
Exactly.
Eh? So that's why them are defend their country, not a party. But you have to work with the party who are defend the country. That is it.
Yeah.
So you come, just sit down in Canada, where you say you live. I'm probably going to say, oh, you live in Canada too. Probably Canada will want to get rid of you because you don't live for welfare and I do nothing to contribute. Probably, yeah, Andrew Holness, I said, they will not pay tax or nothing. So I hear people buy a tax sensible. You see that you sit down and you listen and you learn and shut up your mouth, no call back yourself. We don't miss you. We do not miss you and tap on these people that call people garbage. Any garbage are you and your followers them. You no stink, you no rotten. Nobody no like you over here. Where? I live in Jamaica, me have feel the pangs of hell. Right? Every month me have to, me young lad, me and my little boy, me have to pay 15,000 Jamaican dollar for light bill. We don't go one fridge, one TV and 2 bulb. Man go here, man. Right? School lock for how long, me not use iron. And me have to pay 15,000 for light bill. Me not no microwave I use. And so me tell me I have one fridge, TV, and bulb, and the bulb, them not born regular. Eh? Just look on that. So man, go ahead. Oh, and I yield back the floor.
All right, blessing. And saying so, we are going to use none other than the opening batsman to close us out tonight. Melting Pot, just come in at this place and close out, my brother. You understand?
Yeah, man.
Don't prevail over the negative. You understand? We push that behind and we keep
forward. But you see what we are doing now, we no Byron. You see, true, we walk the line now and we have people interact. We have to make them understand when them come for interaction, what kind of construction them to come with, you know.
Yes,
yeah.
Man. Yeah.
You understand? You can't come with, like you come with some demolition, you know. You're supposed to come in and come build where you see you go around here, so.
True.
The farmer construction, them want you come with, but you come at a demolition, guy. You understand? You undermine all the program. Because the man I use the term garbage. Like him don't know me, I listen what him I say. You give him too much credence. Me have to run him away. That's a piece of shit. Don't entertain him back in the call. Don't. Leave him one side, make him go one side. I send him come, man. You understand? Yeah, but I want to big up some of my fans, them, you know, like Ladybug and, you know, yeah, Star Girl, yeah, man. And many more, all of my fans, them, when I chat, big up, because I know Melting Pot love, you know, same speed. And Melting Pot, we have the smile for you guys, same way. But when garbage come around and you know, them have to see my face look like so Wellington. You know, that's the needle go. You understand? But anyway, let us just look on, you know, the last week in retrospect. And we should say, this guy start off on a bad footing. Yeah, as well the warrior queen from the east, Rosemary Shaw. Him start off on a bad footing in parliament. Yeah. And, you know, that will look good for democracy going forward. You understand? Because we expect to have credible people in the House of Representatives and represent Jamaicans. Yeah, and Jamaica at large. Because the entire world are watching us. Yeah, but in Andrew Holness, we don't have that. He's not a suitable person for that position. His wife is not a suitable person for the Speaker of the House. Yeah, Tough Tongue is not a suitable person for the post where he get back as Minister of Health. Andrew Weekly is not suitable to be brought back into government fold based on him track record and what we know him commit. Yeah, the high level of criminality at Peter Jam. Yeah, Dalrymple should never even contest a local government election, much less a general. Yeah, Agintai, him not supposed to get back no ministerial position based on affidavit will come at Jamaica upon that guy as it relates to sexual molestation of an underage minor and also kidnapping when at the little girl overnight on school compound. This guy is dilapidated in his own approach. Yeah? Why you as a minister now would have a minor out there in the dark at night and a school compound till daylight catch you when you drive back? Eh? Bending over a little minor upon your car trunk, sexually assaulting her. You know, say I rape the little girl, my dad. Yeah, that piece of shit again tie. Oh, you come back in a government ministry and farm representation at the House of Representatives. We don't want to rape around here represent nobody, man. Yeah? When you look on some other guy, yeah, as it relates to bushrat, yeah, where you know say I'm the local government minister, but look on the city. Oh, to bring back that piece of shit, that nastiness back in the parliament. Yeah? And the list goes on and on, you know. We can't carry it further. Yeah? Rhoda Crawford. Where look on she? Oh, she win fair election. Down there so. I become a retained back member of parliament. Yeah? Oh, that happened. Oh, that happened in a central Manchester. Unbelievable. When you have our 4 council, them lose them seat in the local government election. Them lose them division. But she now can win the general. Where look like a guy like Matthew Samuda. Yeah. When bring to Jamaica politics? Nothing. But he was able to win a seat when just take over recently. And when we look on the criteria what we see on the day, he was behind, but then him surge. Him surge, you know. I mean, I will tell you about the seat that was surge. Andrew seat surge. Agintai seat surge. Yeah. Rhoda Crawford seat surge. Matthew Samuda seat surge. Mumako, Dalrymple seat, Spear seat surge. James Robertson, theme seat, it surged at the end because we did have information prior to the election. So them have 10 seats where them are work on. Yeah. And we not do tabloid round here, so we get them in for the leading up to the date of the general election. Them have 10 seats. People want to remember Andrew when them there arbitrary, you know. When we are waiting for the date of the election announced, you know. Andrew did say, you know, weeks away, days away from the date. Okay. And say now call it till him certain saying can win. People, no leader don't make them comment there on political rally platform. Oh, you are certain so you can win. When the mood among society dictates so you cannot win. Our leader, we're under investigation for illicit enrichment and corruption as it relates to SSL and the other Ponzi scheme them where you name each up in. You can't have the people support. You can't. But you can come on a platform, political platform, and demonstrate to the people in no uncertain term, so you're not calling the date of the general election until you're certain so you can win. But remember, you know, and like you have time where you can use at your disposal to correct your fault, you know, and to change the mood of the people. This is days before the election. I remember we hear Big Mama them say 55, 51 to 55. That means they don't have the PMP to win 8 seat. Yeah, or 12 seat. But Marky G show and prove him true word and the metal to be the leader for the country right now. Andrew bogus, you know. And Marky G are the man where the international world recognizes that Jamaica politics, you know. Them no recognize shitty Andrew Holness. You understand? So Marky G show them say, you what now? Me have a double my tally. Yeah, all when you steal it, my tally still have a double and move it from 14 to 28 and rub out them 2/3 majority and have Andrew and the minions them are quaking at them both in a parliament. Yeah, that's why Andrew can't do nothing more than what him do, you know. Yeah, because what Marky G do is stick them can't twist. You notice basically at the same whole cabinet him assemble back. Basically,
exactly.
yeah, him not change nothing. Not change. At the same garbage them. Him draw for. So when we talk about garbage and then here we talk about Andrew and the Labour Party. And them are the garbage in our society. And them we see I deal with corruption. Yeah, and high level of human atrocity as it relates to all in a COVID-19 time where people are paying 700,000 for mask. And this the piece of shit to come talk about where I interrupt the program. Here, where I lock up the people them and I create herd immunity as it relates to the virus at the time. The pandemic virus where you know I mass up the place and you clustered up the people them and then distribute them back to inoculate the place. Because that was another corruption film friend them where have the undertaker to get dead body. They make a bag of money off of pandemic. I remember a whole heap of money coming to Jamaica, you know, as grant from international community to help the people them. Yeah, kind of UK, which is a big first world country with a sustainable economy. Thriving economy. They also commission a furlough scheme because the workplace them be closed. So you off work because of the pandemic, you get a portion of your wages. Yeah? Satisfactory we can make you continue your life. No, Jamaica never have them type of social service there, you know, for the people, you know. But the outside world look and say, we could send some money in at Jamaica and give them down there to share for the people. Did that share up for the people and rip that for himself, him and them friend them. You understand? So at them that we are talking about. So me have to wrap it up because right now the way I feel, we could have carried on for another hour. But we know we have to wrap it up. So just to say to my people, my blood and fire comrade, anywhere in the world, you know, there, keep the faith. One Marky G can't change. I yield back the floor.
All right. Well, people, you have it. You understand from the powerful melting pot and Lady Spinks. You understand? Thought-provoking. And believe you me, we have brought it tonight in terms of the information relating to, right, Andrew Holness schemes. We have shown everything that we can show in terms of our research. You understand? Melting pot and I, we put that together and deliver the information to the people. I want to say big thanks as it relates to the opening batsman Melting Pot and to Spinks. Right? We want to say big thanks to all of the people. And let me just hand over to Wifey so Wifey can close us out.
Okay, guys, as usual, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much to the panel, the panelists. Really appreciate each and everyone continued support. Tomorrow is what, Wednesday? Okay,
yes.
See you on Thursday and also on Friday.
Yeah.
And just more blessings to you. And thank you so much for making it an interactive discussion. Have a wonderful rest of the week.
All right.
And safe travel on the gravel, and bless up yourself.
All right. Blessing people, because, you know, Melting Pot and I will be continue to do more digging. Melting Pot, blessings. You understand?
Yes, my brother. As
All right.
usual.
All right. Blessings.
Bless.
All right. Cool. Yes, sir.
I know why you come to me with that foolishness, you know. You elect a prime minister, and is a prime minister run the country. It is time we learn to hold our leaders accountable for their actions and stop making excuses for them. Stop making excuses. Otherwise, go elect the people who really run in the country. And I don't want the right side that stupid argument. Hold the people you elect accountable and stop making excuses for them.